You're done.
The real fucking money is in the sponsors for Rent a Baby, man.
I thought we were the only ones who did that.
The fucking PepsiCo sponsor.
Yeah, that's it. You can't talk no more because we're going live. Real things are happening right now. Real things is happening right now.
Yeah, Jay, tell us the real things.
The real things.
The real things.
The real things happen.
Hello, America.
After dark.
Say hello, America.
Only real things happen at Rent a Baby.
Go ahead, say it. We are.
Only.
We are
now.
If you ever wanted a child, rent one.
What? I don't
Come
watch
rent a baby.
Yeah, that was the topic just now.
We have all sorts of babies. Obese babies. Obese. We have African.
Babies,
we have mixed
white
babies, hybrid babies.
Gay babies.
Like I said, hybrid babies.
Yeah.
So we have all sorts of babies for you. This is
you ever wanted a kid with 3 arms?
Anti-predators. Please do not come onto this.
Yeah, you need a level 2 background check before you can rent a baby.
We need FBI background check.
Nigga, how do you rent a baby?
It's a new thing. It's a new thing that's gonna happen.
What contract do you sign before? Like, you know what? I want him.
You have to be a seasoned parent first. You have to.
Oh, they're siblings. I'll take them both.
You have to have a season. You have to be a seasoned parent. You have to be a seasoned parent. You have to have more than 7 years of being a parent, like a legit parent.
I thought you said you have to be a legit parent. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm a dog mom.
I'm gonna take care of these kids. These kids are on my nerves.
Oh shit!
Polly wants your mama's sweet ass.
We have to have fucking proof of being a great parent.
What's the max amount of babies I can rent out at once?
2.
2? I can't have like 15.
Where would you go to?
Bro, are you Elon Musk, my boy?
Said
15. We're not giving you food stamps with the rent.
Do they give you a ticket like you're waiting for
the rent? Don't come with no Pampers, no nothing.
Do you guys take food stamps for babies?
It's like it's Pampers.
It's double though.
Is it EBT accepted?
It's double
though.
No,
we provide nothing else but the baby, but the biology.
You need Bitcoin to rent the baby.
Bitcoin?
We take Bitcoin. We take Bitcoin.
Like I said last time. Last week's episode sets the tone for the new year. This should have rang out in your boxes right now.
Hey, yo.
You heard that, lady?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I don't have a box, my nigga.
It's vibrating. It's vibrating.
It's vibrating. Your box is vibrating, Mach? What's going on?
I don't have one. I'm talking about the ladies out there he was referring to.
Yeah. Yeah, what he said, ladies.
Those unoccupied.
Who's the better actor? John Cena, The Rock, or Bautista?
Which one has?
Yo, mama.
Talking Junk Network,
where entertainment lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
BreakRoom, yo.
Your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You're very charismatic. You know the right things to say.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Heaven's Pantry's Excalibur, the 100% gluten-free, all-natural, vegan, no sugar added, with no ingredients you can't pronounce chocolate energy bar. 6 simple ingredients: dates, cashews, almonds, cocoa powder, coconut oil, sprinkled with a little sea salt bay. Gives you the best energy bar on the market right now. Go to Amazon.com and get you a case of 12 for the low with the 20% off promo code HP Street. And then every order after, 10% off with the Talk Junk 69 promo code. If you don't got an Excalibur, are you really eating an energy bar? And we're also brought to you tonight by the Dizzle brand premium liqueur. This thing is 80 proof, 40% alcohol by value, and it is a mixture of cognac and tequila with hints of citrus and a big punch of mango. This thing packs a wallop and mixes with everything. Go to thedizzlebrand.com right now and see which distributor will get it to you the fastest and the cheapest. If you're not dizzling in 2023, what in the world are you doing? Welcome to the Break Room, the podcast that comes to you live now every Friday night right here on the Talking Junk Network. I'm here with the usual suspects with more to come. I'm here with Jasmine, Macho, Bojack Horse Whisper, a.k.a. Bag Blagger.
Yo.
And myself. How's everybody doing tonight?
We chilling.
Hey, yo, fam. Where's my dollar at?
What's good?
Where's my dollar at, fam? You need the Cash App, you need the Zelle, you need the PayPal, you need the Venmo. What you need, my boy?
Send me all of that. To be honest with you, God, I'll be busy. It slipped my mind, but I got you. Send me the info. I'll send you that dollar right now.
The world's smallest violin for your excuses.
Okay. Well, that is a great segue because that little violin is sparking all over TikTok. And right now, a lot of you guys are asking yourselves, why in the fuck is his name Honey Booger tonight? Why? Why is that happening? Well, I'll tell you why that's happening. Because of TikTok. Because of the stupid fucking TikTok. So
I agree. I don't use it.
You don't, I know.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok either.
What's happening? I got the wrong thing on. All right. Yeah, technical difficulties early on. Like I said, it's because of TikTok that I got the name Honey Booger right now. And for the next month, so what's today? The 13th of January. So until, oh my God, even for our Valentine's Day episode next month, my name will be Honey Booger.
Honey Booger. It's a fitting name.
I'm gonna show you why.
Sweet like honey, sticky like a booger.
My nickname, whatever my nickname is, I'll go by on the break room for a month. What is it? Honey Booger. Nice.
You're done. I'm not doing that. I'm about to do it.
Macho, your name's Darby Juice.
Darby Juice.
The Darby Juice packager, distributor, whatever you want to call it.
Darby Juice supplier.
The supplier. You the supplier.
That's true.
Caitlin in the house.
Welcome, Caitlin.
How are you?
We were just talking about Darby Juice.
Once again. I set myself up.
Once again, it keeps the doctor away.
Yep.
Darby Juice. Distributed by Dahmer Foods Incorporated.
Dahmer Foods Incorporated. You made a whole ass logo for that shit.
I sure did. There's a shirt. I have to redo the website next month, so I'll be updating the page where you guys can order your shirts. There's a ton of shirts on there. Almost everybody has their own. New shirts coming out every day. We'll get that to you. But I'll anybody know how we got into this topic tonight?
Juice and Darby.
Juice and Darby. Okay.
All right, now lead us off, Jay. Lead us off. Come on,
What
man.
topic you talking about?
Not Darby Juice, the topic at hand.
You missed the media.
How we even got down to one, how we even broke this topic down to who's the better actor, because it didn't start there. It didn't start there at all. It started with one man, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yes, sir.
It's no surprise that he's in the media, like always, but it's not all good this time. Let me take a shot before I get into it.
What you mean?
That ain't Dizzle, Jay. That's heresy. He's got the Dizzle chaser.
Fuck.
All
right.
Throwback.
Damn.
He drinking.
So what we got here is after Black Adam, people started asking one question. Is The Rock a franchise killer? No, he is.
Is he? I thought he was Polynesian or something.
Is he a franchise killer? Or the people that gave him a role as a franchise killer?
No, like when he goes into the franchise, when he books himself into a franchise, does he kill off the franchise itself?
No, I don't think so.
We do have some examples.
Did he kill Black Adam?
Not the movie. He didn't kill him in the movie. He didn't kill.
No. I mean, like the series. Did he kill the series after his was the movie bad? I thought you said it was okay.
It bombed. We'll get into it.
Okay.
So The Rock's career started with The Mummy.
That's a good movie.
That's true.
That was a good movie.
It was a good movie when it was just Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Now,
you don't like Scorpion Rock?
I don't like.
You seen that was the most horrible wig ever.
Now I gotta mention this because if Dre was here, he would mention it, and as soon as he comes, he'll be tight if we don't mention it. Brendan Fraser says that he fell off of his acting career right after this because of a bad divorce, is what Fraser said, I believe, right? But how do you take The Rock and I think, which one was it? I think it was the second Mummy or the third Mummy.
I don't know. I'm not.
I got his IMDb right here. All right, so
You're looking at me like I got all the answers. I don't even be knowing.
you got the answer, Sway. The Mummy Returns. So I'm guessing that's the second Mummy. He's a villain in this movie.
The Mummy was milked to death.
It was milked.
It was absolute, like, dude, they milked it till it was starving, and then they beat the shit out of it.
I concur.
The new one was pretty good though. The one with Tom Cruise.
I didn't see it because it's probably because
I didn't even know he made a mummy, bro.
Is he still a Scientologist?
Yeah,
yes.
He created that shit.
All praise Lord Xenu.
He's like head priestess.
Head priestess? Tom Cruise a tranny? I didn't know. He's got a box.
He doesn't fucking AIDS, bro. The fucking guy doesn't AIDS.
Tom Cruise is now in the closet and he won't come out. All right, keep going.
Right after The Mummy Returns, right? He tries to turn it into his franchise and it becomes the Scorpion King.
Yeah.
And it bombs. It bombs. What does he do after that? He tries to take over another Brendan Fraser franchise. Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, here's one thing. Brendan Fraser is a
I kind of like
actor.
the ones. Yeah, he is. He's funny to me though.
So trying to step up in Brendan Fraser's shoes as like The Rock is like, oh, here's this guy who does mid-level action movie. Well, he wasn't known for that back then. He was known for wrestling back then. So
I kind of like the Journey movies, like stupid kid movies, like for kids.
No, they were good. They were good movies for our time when we were younger. They were okay. As a critic now, we'll have to rate them one day.
So he wrote two Fraser's movies.
That's two franchises already. Two of them, right?
Because he's doing too much. That's the problem. He can't just do one. You gotta do like 3
Listen,
movies.
I always say 3 is good. 3 is a charm. That's it. After that, no more, bro. No 4.
I feel like if you're making more than 2, if you're making more than 2 movies, just make it a fucking TV show.
Right.
After that, he kept trying to start his own franchises, and he had 2 good movies which weren't franchises. There were no way they could be. After that,
the Cosby Family with The Rock.
Which of the 2 movies you talking about?
The Rundown and Walking Tall.
Yeah, which
arguably
best
The Rundown was very, very good. It was very underrated, but it turned out to be a lot better. Like after like 2 or 3 years that it's been out, I saw that one in the movie theater. It was either that or Man on Fire. Great choice.
Man on Fire was good.
Man on Fire wasn't The Rock. That was Denzel.
I'm trying to say when I went to go see The Rundown, the choices was that and Man on Fire. If you listen,
well, you did you ever get to see Man on Fire?
Yeah, I saw that after. I'm just saying, like when both movies came out that same year, I chose one.
So
The Rundown.
Is that you picked fucking? Then you picked The Rock over Denzel.
I would have.
Well, you know, there were others that we went to the movie theaters with, and that was the overall pick.
I would have too, because The Rock has played fucking.
It was still good. It was still. It was.
You know what? This makes me realize something. I bet The Rock probably brings a bunch of his own fans, and they probably inundate whatever like community that movie has.
I mean, now he does because he buys out the fucking movie theater and gives it to a whole fucking school.
Right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. More of these fucking actors should do it.
Right.
You know
right. They should. I mean, this is. Let me state this for first and foremost for all you fucking. Twitter finger having.
Personally, I think we should make the kids fight for them.
Internet thug in the face. I live in my mother's basement ass. I pay no rent, motherfucker. Right? This is we're bringing up the scenarios around the internet. That's what we're doing. Okay. I got respect for all 3 of these men. I got respect for all the scenarios and topics that we're talking about tonight. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to poke fun at these men's careers because they are all, in their own rights, legends in some way, shape, or form.
They're all successful as well.
Right. And what they do outside of their career, I am not going to speak of today. I'm going to solely talk about their good times and bad times in the business of acting. And I'm going to be brutally honest. So, with that being said, he tried to start another franchise, which should have been a franchise. They wanted it to be a franchise, but it also bombed in the movie Doom. Video game franchise.
I know the game franchise, but I never really made a movie about it.
Did they make 2? I thought they only made 1.
They made 1 with The Rock, and then another one was like super B movie, like trash.
I need to see the Super B level too movie. That might be some comedy.
Like they did it with an iPhone and shit.
Fuck yes, I need it. I need the iPhone carnage.
After that bomb, he did a bunch of movies, solo movies, nothing that could be considered franchise until he got to 2011, and he starred as the main villain in Fast 5 as Hobbs. Now, I know what everybody's going to say. Oh, but Fast is still a good growing franchise. He didn't kill the franchise. Yes, he did.
After the 5th movie, it's great.
I feel like he bring it
bro.
back
One
to
more
life
movie,
for a
bro.
little bit. And then
No. I'll give it to you. When
that
he
shit
came
was
in-
dead. When they made Tokyo Drift, I was like, fuck this shit, bro.
That's because Vin Diesel didn't want anything to do with it.
First of all, Vin Diesel is not an actor, bro. He's not.
What
He's
do you
not an
mean?
actor, bro.
Diesel
He's
has
not an
some good
actor. He
movies,
just
bro.
read lines, bro. That's what he does. He just read lines. The same shit. How gonna happen? Fuck him.
It's a little bit like Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone, but he put content in his shit.
That is what I mean. He puts a little bit of emotion into it, but he kind of has the same tone the
He be
entire
having
time.
some good ass parables, bro.
I can't wait for this movie podcast to be put together so we can debate these guys.
What's up,
All right. This is how Dre was good, bro.
What's up?
Your dick in a gay
How you
bar?
doing tonight? What?
He said, what's up? He said, we said, what's up?
To the yo.
He did say what's up. That is a good burn. That is a good burn. I give it to you.
Oh fuck.
Shit, what's cooking at work, Dre?
Not much.
Oh, that sucks.
Anybody leave shit or condoms in the bathroom today?
Oh, fuck.
Nah.
You doing some wild things over there. Where you at?
Dre, where you work so I can leave a condom in the bathroom?
No, all sorts of fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, like we know who it is. We got our prime suspect, but we can't prove shit. So
Is it a girl? Is it a female?
Nah, it wasn't.
Motherfuckers walking.
Huh?
They walk into the men's bathroom.
It was a couple.
I said it wasn't a couple. That's what we thought at first. Like, who's having sex here?
It's like, oh, babe, after I'm done piping you down the restroom, I need to take a shit.
Nah, real talk. Like, there's a bunch of people who like are dating or they're married couples here. So it's like, it's not crazy to think that. But it was,
them two right there in the fucking.
When you go into the men's bathroom,
There's those two right there on the screen. That couple right there.
What'd you say?
This is how motherfuckers look walking into the men's bathroom in your job.
It was the women's bathroom.
Oh,
it's the women's bathroom. Oh my god! You know what?
And nasty.
Yo, for some sort of reason, all the women bathroom I ever cleaned was always like dirtier than
You know the
men's
woman's bathroom at Dre's work smells like absolute like rotten bile.
It'd be so
rotten bile.
I don't even want to know what happens in that bathroom.
I tell you what happens in that bathroom does not stay in that bathroom.
Obviously, fucking Dre's subconscious now.
Yeah, this shit nasty. All them shit stink.
Dre actually blacks out for 4 hours and left a shit and condom in the bathroom.
It was here on like a Saturday morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
It was a busy Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah, they were getting it on and happening over there.
Was the shit like smeared, or was it like a log on the floor?
No, it wasn't. There was no shit. It was just a condom.
Oh, I think it was shit and a condom. I was like, yo, what?
Nah.
Talking about shit on a Saturday morning. Dre, when you came in, we were just talking about how The Rock is a franchise killer. We just got into how arguably he killed the Mummy franchise, Journey to the Center of the Earth franchise.
That was a franchise.
And
don't say Fast and Furious, please. Don't.
That's where we were at.
That shit is crazy. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. This is all Rock hate, and The Rock is my favorite wrestler, so I'm gonna be kind of biased today. But regardless, this is clearly all Rock hate. Like the Mummy franchise it's had its run. It was gonna be over regardless anyway.
Hey, Jay said he was gonna be unbiased.
What happened? What he said? What are you talking about?
Right. I told all the Twitter haters, all the Twitter fingers and all the fucking nerds that are gonna complain about this on the internet, talking in the mother's basement, not paying any rent, don't do nothing but earn money on playing.
Okay, damn. We got it. We got it.
We understand. We understand, player two.
Hey man, in this economy, I can get living in your mother's basement.
Now that's real shit. You better help her with some rent or something, though.
Even if my mother had a basement, I don't think I'm
not living in it.
Yeah, because you have kids, dude.
Right.
I rented out. I Airbnb that bitch.
On Twitter, you were saying that you're going to be unbiased.
To all the motherfuckers that were going to talk shit, that we respect these men's careers. You know what I'm saying? Individually, we're not in any way, shape, or form trying to dig on them on their achievements. What their achievements are their achievements, and they're legends, all of them in their own right. So we're just merely talking on the topics that are surrounding the internet today, and we're gonna be brutally honest about some of these movies because we're talking about their bodies of work, and that's what we're rating right now.
I mean, regardless of what you said, people are still gonna say we're biased or we're haters. So I don't really give a fuck.
They could suck my dick.
Yeah, exactly. Like fuck it. But I'm basically just gonna say all of this is some Rock hate. Motherfuckers is jealous.
Yeah, they are jealous that a 47-year-old man is in better shape.
I ain't gonna say that. He definitely on that shit. So it's okay.
Could be he could be on whatever. That's
you're right. Because I know how it works. When you take steroids, you still gotta do your shit. You still gotta work out.
He probably micromanages it to a point where it works for him. He's gotta go get fucking 100 cc's. Like it's gonna work, and they're gonna stay home and not fucking lift weights because they're fucking lazy as fuck.
Yeah, not a Rock. He definitely puts in work in the gym. You can't deny that. But like they hating on him because you ain't never see a wrestler leave wrestling, get in the movies, and do what he did for basically the last 12 years. Like every other wrestler who tried to do this movie thing.
I mean, like, still
but he's paved that path for the other wrestlers to try. Like if wrestling doesn't work,
and you say the Cena quote, like John Cena said that shit about he was WWE through and through, and then now John Cena want to be in movies and television and shit because
he's been in movies for 20 years.
Right.
Wait, who you talking about?
John Cena?
The Rock.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because you said the past 12 years.
No, I'm saying he was like a blockbuster star. Him being in the Scorpion King or what was this? Was this The Mummy Returns? He's like a feature. You know what I'm saying? He's not really. He's in those movies. But I'm talking about being the headliner and shit, and being a blockbuster star.
Yeah. He's made his own movies and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it's been.
What was his first movie? What was his first movie? The Rundown.
The Rundown. What? All right. So we're on his.
His first movie.
Oh, his first movie was The Mummy.
For his first headline credit was The Rundown. Yes.
Okay.
It was The Rundown, Walking Tall, and then he was a co-star in Be Cool. That was the one that you guys said he played
a gay Hawaiian.
Then he was The Gridiron Gang.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, don't forget Doom.
Yeah, Doom
was pretty dope.
You like it?
It could have been better. It disappointed.
It could have definitely been much better.
Not because of The Rock either, but because of like playing the game, and it was cool when they had like the moment where you're
it was
first person.
Like the game though.
They could have did it better.
They could have had more moments of where they were clearing out, like an area of that site, and then you see it in the first person what it looked like clearing them out. Not when he does that adrenaline shot and he has to survive.
No, that shit was fire though.
That part was fire though. Like it really was.
Who plays Doom though? And there's I was making a movie about this. Like, dude, it's a fucking side-scrolling action game. It has fucking.
What you mean? Who does that?
I'll say every big video game is gonna get a movie adaptation sooner or later.
And usually video game movie adaptations are fucking shit.
No, you're right. I completely agree with you. They miss it for most of them, but they're gonna try.
They're doing the Last of Us series now.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yo, hey, recently I just saw the World of Warcraft movie. It was not bad. Yeah, they could have did better on that because they came out the gate with.
I had Travis Fimmel.
It was good.
Never played well.
I would say that's a tough game to make a movie out of.
Yeah,
they did a good job though. I think because Travis Fimmel made the good movie what it was though.
What would you say, Darby?
I need Warhammer movies. I know Cavill's gonna be in a Warhammer movie, but I need more of them.
They already did the Witcher series. That shit was pretty cool too. Like so far the new adaptations that are coming out are
but the Witcher series is closer to the book than the game.
It's still good. The fact that you made a series out of it, like a motion picture of it.
Now they got a side series too, like a prequel to it. Like prequel series.
And somehow the directors and producers or whoever, the main powers that be, they're starting to figure it out, because there's been a lot of shitty movies that come out that's like, yeah, you fucked up the only one chance you had to bring this movie or video game to life, and fucked it up. Kind of like the whole thing with wrestling going into becoming an actor. Is like, I see you as a wrestler, but depending on your acting, I don't know, man. You gotta work on it. Gotta show some work.
No, but see, my thing is, why does it even matter for a wrestler to get into acting and be like Denzel or something? It's not that big a deal.
Well, if you think about it, it's kind of their job while they're wrestlers.
No, that's another thing too. Somebody was saying how The Rock never took an acting class in his life, and I'm like, bro, being a professional wrestler, you have to remember your lines. There's a script you have to go to. You got to play to a crowd.
You don't have to be. You have to know how to improvise.
Yeah.
For those motherfuckers out there that think that these fucking wrestlers aren't going to classes on a daily basis, they're fucking bugging. They go to something called promo class, which is basically improv class.
Yeah.
And who was one of the best promo givers in the history of wrestling when it came to talking that shit on the mic?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, Roman Reigns didn't stay awake for none of those classes because Roman Reigns is fucking dookie.
Yeah, well, not everybody is gifted enough to like have that second nature of knowing how to play that role naturally, like something that they would do normally. Others are just dry as fuck.
Yep. And if you whack on the mic, that's what Paul Heyman is for, or Eric Bischoff or somebody else could hype you up. Because Brock Lesnar, when he first got into wrestling, he didn't even talk. He couldn't he was just there. He was just big as fuck with muscles.
If you go back, Brock used to do his own promos in the beginning,
and
they weren't half bad, but they weren't
terrible.
Good
that's the reason why they got Paul Heyman was his real mouthpiece. And remember when Undertaker back in the day just like die every week and come back and he would never talk. And it'd be Undertaker and Paul Bearer. Yeah.
Died every week.
You remember that Undertaker would die and then come back?
I remember he had a fucking mask too.
Yeah, those casket matches or those buried alive matches, like he actually lost like one or two of those. Like, even though it wasn't a WrestleMania, like they try to make it look like, AKA the Dead Man.
Yeah.
He had some good ones, some really good ones that I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's not playing.
He was one of my favorite wrestlers too.
Yeah, hip y'all definitely Undertaker.
Well, I think the Rock did pretty good. He had a couple exceptions, a couple movies that I feel like fucking pieces of shit.
So none of y'all think that he killed the franchise, which is Fast and the Furious?
I feel like he bring it back to life, and then the writers destroyed it.
I don't think he destroyed it.
I swear to God.
And real talk, the Fast and the Furious lost the plot long before The Rock got to it. Because
they had to remake a whole plot.
Racing?
They were trying to bring it back.
Yeah, it was about racing and
the first two was
fighting.
about actual drag racing and street racing and shit. And then it got to an action movie where it's like, okay, we're gonna get The Rock and have Vin Diesel, and now John Cena was in the last one.
It turned into an epic fucking action movie after that, right? It was good.
Yeah.
But then it turned into sci-fi when he decided that he wanted to be the star of the franchise, which he does.
Hey, listen.
Every fucking movie he comes in, and he did the spin-off.
Did he really choose that, or did they decide for him to be the star? They said this Vin Diesel guy doesn't say anything but grunts and
family.
So there was a hey, listen, we need to spice this shit up a little. Let's bring the dude that does that. That does it better than everybody else.
I mean, he's high at that point. So.
It's hard to say, but he put in work. He put in a lot of work for that movie. That movie came out really good. Like, yeah, it is true. They got off the concept of racing because, like, in part one, like when you had guys like literally, racing for pink slips. Now all of a sudden, it just feels like what the race life was before, and right after Paul Walker died, got arrested. So like it just turned into like, all right, now this is the life of what racers are doing now, and they're doing shit that involves getting away from other people that can't catch them. And now,
right, but it's cool. It's cool to make the movie evolve into an epic action movie.
It did
but
turn
after
into
it spun
sci-fi.
off into Hobbs and Shaw, it turned into a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, you got a fucking bionic man going around, and then they were in Dubai, and freaking the car flew from one building to the other. Get the fuck! What the fuck?
Now everybody that died is coming back to life.
But that's not his fault. They did that.
I was say, yo, yeah, he didn't write it.
Somebody else came back to life.
That's what I'm saying. The writers
Now Gal
destroyed it.
Gadot is coming back to life. Is that a fucking coincidence?
What? Say that again.
Gal Gadot is supposed to be coming back to life in the Fast franchise.
Bro, the Chinese guy died 3 times over, bro.
Nah, he faked his death.
This became, it was a Fast and the Furious. It was a movie about cars, and then it became the fucking the Heroes fucking Hero series. It was fucking superheroes and shit.
Somebody was waiting for the car to flip.
Okay.
So when he flipped over, they pulled him out. So when it blew up, he didn't die. That's what happened.
I'm saying,
Okay.
to me, once it hit like the 6th part, I'm like, that's it. When 7 came out, I'm like, yo, it's done.
First one was in, Jason. It was
what was
that?
5. Fast 4.
Yeah, 5. 5 was
five.
the first one he was in.
That's what I'm saying. 5 and 6, it was good. Once it hit 7, all right, I watched it because he died. Paul died. After that, I'm just like, yo, what's going on, bro? This is just to pass time.
That shit was cool to see Tego Calderon and Don Omar there. You know, like they're a funny little duo. You know what I mean? The Spanish niggas that know the tech and demolition. That was a cool little twist, you know, having like a team to rob shit. But like, yeah, like what plot are they following at this point? Like they've already come to a point where the protagonist died. You know what I mean? Like, you got rid of the person, or you know, you're not in the clutches of said bad person of the movie. But now what?
Did you see the last one? Did you see the last one that came out?
I did not.
Wait, the last one. The last
made some plots since the last Fast 9, right? Or 8.
Yeah,
it actually made some sense for like the whole storyline for Vin Diesel's character and everything. So
is that when they were trying to figure out like why Letty, like when she lost her memory and she regained it?
Nah, I was saying because John Cena's his brother in the movie.
So that one, yeah.
They go back in time and talk about how their father died racing. So that actually connected to racing somewhat.
You see, if you want to be truthful here, John Cena destroyed that shit. John Cena came and said, I want part of this. What the fuck out of here?
We'll get to John Cena destroying it, but at that point I don't think it was up to anybody but Vin Diesel. But we'll get to that.
And Vin Diesel's like, I'm out.
It's a good argument about the Fast franchise if he killed it or not, but that's where the killing part lies is in the Supernatural spin-off movie, which is now its own franchise. So, or is it?
I would say they're making
another
out
because I haven't heard about it. Hobbs and Shaw too. I'm not sure.
I don't see that. I mean, even if they don't make
it, that could have been better too.
They should do a part 10 where
I don't see that on
dies
this
but the Rock.
production. I mean, pre-production. All right, so
didn't Vin Diesel and The Rock have like issues, they
had massive issues, which is why he doesn't want to be in Fast 10.
Some butt buddy issues.
There's 10 now. Yeah, I gotta catch up.
They're supposed to be ending it at 10.
I'm bigger than you.
It was a whose dick is bigger issue.
Now that shit is crazy because in the beginning, remember everybody was like, "Yeah, we're so happy to have The Rock join." Shit. But like you said, and to be fair, you don't get to that level of Hollywood and not have a crazy ego.
Well, yeah.
So all these people are interacting and having these egos, and The Rock is like, I could whip all your asses, right? Like I'm the shit around here. So if my ego's too big, Vin Diesel doesn't like it, Tyrese doesn't like it, whatever. All these people have a problem with me.
Is it ego or is it this supreme confidence of knowing his abilities and what he's capable of?
It's a little bit of both, but I'm gonna say The Rock definitely has a crazy ego. The nigga's trying to sell you something every other week. He got 18 different movies coming out a year.
He's an ambitious person.
Nah, I'm not mad at them because these dudes in Hollywood, how long are they gonna actually be relevant? Like
Maybe
John
they got butt fucked. Maybe they like maybe they're
According
like
to
fucking
Orlando
butthurt.
Brown, everybody in the industry gets butt fucked.
Like I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is
That's
maybe
not
they butt
that's
hurt because they thought they had a chance to be in somebody, and then this fucking guy that already has fame is collecting more fame. Now he comes and drains all your fucking fame, and maybe they're upset about it.
no, I that's
All
what
right,
I
so
think.
you guys
Huh,
can
what you said,
argue
Drew?
about you guys can
About the
argue about the Fast franchise all you want.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can argue about the G.I. Joe
Hi, Papa.
franchise.
No, that's cousin. You say hi to cousin?
Exactly. Exactly what she said.
I know. What?
Hey, someone's trying to say hi and he attacked me. Okay. I need you to go lay back down now.
What's up, Papa? Tell them exactly how he killed G.I. Joe.
Come on, tell him.
I
How they
didn't
killed
see
G.I.
it.
Joe.
Hacha. Hacha.
Right.
He hot shot it.
Hacha.
See, he gets it.
Nacho?
He said he hot shot.
I was gonna say he's only sneezing.
All right, I got that.
Yeah, we took him out to Chili's and now he's full of energy instead of catching itis.
Oh.
But he gonna be
Opposite for them.
All right. So the first G.I. Joe movie, right, had a pretty good cast.
Wait, hold on. Like, are you fucking G.I. Joe history? Because realistically, you can't kill the G.I. Joe franchise, bro.
Right. You can't kill the G.I. Joe franchise. However, people around the internet are saying that he quite literally killed the G.I. Joe franchise because of this. The G.I. Joe cast had a pretty good cast, right? It had Channing Tatum, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Sienna Miller, Rachel Nichols, Lee Byung-hun, and Adewale, and I cannot pronounce his name. I'm just gonna call him Adebisi because that's Adebisi. It had a pretty good cast, right? For the first one, G.I. Joe: Rise of the Cobra. Then in G.I. Joe: Retaliation,
I didn't see
quite
that.
literally into the first what was it, like 10 minutes into the movie, everybody dies except The Rock.
It's awesome.
Like everybody, bro. Bruce Willis, everybody dies. And now it's The Rock's franchise, and it's the last one they did with The Rock because then they spun off into the
They paid
G.I.
too
Joe
much for his
Snake Eyes.
contract.
He is Joe.
Well, it's not that they stopped making G.I. Joes. They just stopped making G.I. Joes with him. Now they're doing Snake Eyes movies, which the Snake Eye movie was pretty good.
I didn't see it either. I jump on it.
Yeah, I never
Very
heard that.
action packed. Very action packed. Then we start getting into stuff where, again, he's trying to create his own franchise, and most of these movies, if not all of these movies, were promised to have sequels. Helming,
Yeah,
The Rock, right? So it was Baywatch, bomb. Hercules, bomb. Rampage, bomb.
How do you bomb Baywatch?
This shit was bomb before it came out, bro.
You know David Hasselhoff.
Fuck David Hasselhoff. That shit was whack back then and is whack now.
couldn't say that. Like Baywatch,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it before. I liked it now with The Rock. I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. I take The Rock's Baywatch over the fucking original Baywatch.
fucking watch Baywatch, and the movie's gonna be. The movie's not even gonna be about like titties. It's gonna be about
Just watching that white girl with the blue eyes, titties bounce the whole movie. Fuck yeah, let's do it.
The reason why Baywatch was
after that. Baywatch was what?
That's why it was a hit when it was on television.
Yeah.
I'll be ready.
That's the only part you remember.
No.
How about San
No.
Andreas? It was a high San Andreas.
Forever and always.
God.
I'll be there.
They're gonna copyright your
The
ass,
hell
boy.
was that? Somebody knocking on the door?
Yeah.
That's the dog. Fucking dog. All right. After that, this could be a debate. Some say he killed it. Some say he gave it an awakening in the franchise that was left behind by Robin Williams.
Wait, hold on. I got a question. Are you saying the
Yeah.
movie's a bomb because it sucked or because it did good at the
It
box?
sucked. That's his.
It's not. So
Bomb
when
just
these
sucked.
movies are promised sequels and they don't get the sequels, is because they're not. They didn't live out the box office expectations to the studios.
Listen, the
So it's
Jumanji
not
movie.
just.
The Jumanji movie is not it. It's not it. The original one was it, bro.
Right.
I'm not saying that the new ones with The Rock and Kevin Hart are not okay to watch. You know, they are right. They somewhat entertaining, a little funny here and there, but it's not. You know, it's like the
Right.
Space
I get
Jam.
the concept,
Like
but it's not Jumanji.
it's not Jumanji, bro.
Right. After that, right, we get into Black Adam. The DC hierarchy has shifted or some shit like that. All over the place. Right? And Black Adam came, and it was just another Shazam movie starring The Rock. Starring Black Adam as The Rock. And fucking it didn't do well. I don't know how well it did at the box office. Hey Google, how well did Black Adam do at the box office?
According to TechCrunch, also, Black Adam performed poorly at the box office, earning $400 million worldwide against a $195 million budget, which doesn't include marketing and other costs related to promotion and distribution.
And other costs, meaning Dwayne The Rock Johnson's contract.
See, I saw that movie. I thought it was good, but they stretched it out too much. And if they would have gotten into the story faster, where I would believe like other DC characters got involved, that would have caught a lot more buzz. But him by himself, standalone, and a story that no one fucking is familiar with, especially how much it dragged at the beginning, a little bit.
I feel like they should have got more into the backstory earlier on, like you saying. It
But
had a
were
good
the-
story. The story was like, oh, I bet, but it took so long. By the time the story, you knew what was happening. It was fucking movie.
All it was, bro, was a foreign fucking Shazam movie. The Shazam movie did everything they did, except the Shazam movie didn't have the Justice Society. It had all the Shazams in it. The Justice Society.
The
had to
Shazam
be
movie
there
was just more quirky. Like it was all right, but it was quirky. Like little like
right. But they tried its moments in Black Adam to have those quirky moments, and it was the same basis. They had the boy, which replaced the Billy Batson boy and his fucking crew in the fucking Black Adam replaced the kids in Shazam movie.
Do you think that the Shazam
redundant.
has a better chance of making a part 2, or the Black Adam has a better chance of making a part 2?
Shazam already has a part 2 coming out, and The Rock said that he won't be doing a Shazam.
Who the fuck does that?
Wait, don't you mean Shazam 3? Because Shazam 2 already came out when his friends were able, he was able to share the power with his friends. Like that was part 2. Like
no, it wasn't.
It wasn't no
Shazam. Shazam already came out with a sequel.
No, Shazam.
Yes, they did. If they work on another one, that'll be a third one.
When did Shazam 2 come out? Yeah, whatever I said.
United States of America. Shazam. Furious God will be released on March 17th.
2023.
There you go, Horse Whisperer. There you go.
Whatever.
You saw a B movie. You saw a B movie that you thought was
anyway.
I'm mad he's showing his phone like I'm supposed to see what he's talking about. He doesn't.
Right, shut up.
Shit is mad blurry.
Right? look, I got details.
I'm not supposed to make you see it.
Or you could just read it to us with your hook.
I said it. She said it. She said March 17th, 2023.
Settings is on Ray Charles.
Okay, is that the second part or third part? 'Cause I'm pretty sure a second one already came out.
Bro, I asked her, when does the second part of Shazam come out? She said March 17th, 2023.
2 months.
I didn't say second part, but okay. Part two and second part are two different things, depending on how you.
Same shit, Josh.
For you,
dumbass.
It's called confirmation bias, people.
Where the controversy also comes in with the Black Adam movie is that he seemingly brought back Henry Cavill to DC after Henry Cavill wasn't coming back as Superman. Right? Promised a Black Adam Superman showdown in the DCU. And then DC goes ahead and transfers power over to James Gunn, and I forgot who else. Should have wrote that shit down. Anyway, then they were like, no, Henry Cavill is not our Superman. We're not telling that story. And Black Adam will not be meeting Superman in the DCU anytime soon. So he went and started unfollowing people, him being The Rock, started unfollowing people on social media and put out a public service announcement saying that Black Adam is not going to be in the first phases of the new DCU anywhere in the slate. And it may come back at some point in time.
That was a hell of a public service. We don't need another one.
But that's a huge controversy too, though, because
look how much money we spent. Look at that big ass budget, almost 200 million budget, just to do all that and to still be a character to be put on as a back burner story. Man, that's a bomb, all right.
But now the Justice League is suing Warner Brothers.
For?
So the Justice League, meaning the people that they casted as the people in the Justice League, Henry Cavill,
actors.
Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot, they're suing Warner Brothers. I don't remember the legal term. I don't think
is it because of Cavill's resignation or not resignation because he got fired?
No. So what it is, I don't know if it's breach of contract, but it's more. It might be breach of contract, but it's more because they had agreements that they were supposed to be signed on for X amount of movies. They would get paid X amount of dollars for doing these movies over the next few years. So they couldn't take other acting roles. On top of that, Ben Affleck was promised to direct his own Batman movie, and none of that came to fruition. So now they're suing for that.
Yeah, that would have been a good Batman movie, though.
So the studio promised a bunch of shit they were never gonna do on paper.
Right.
That's
they were gonna do, but nothing with those movies happened the way they wanted to. So they didn't do it. They didn't follow through with their shit.
What do you mean it didn't happen the way they wanted to? They didn't make enough money, or they just didn't like the direction it was going?
I was going to say, they breached the contract because if
them shit made enough money.
Listen, those fucking actors saw the script before they fucking went on.
It wasn't as popular as they thought it would be, I guess.
They saw the script, bro. They know what the fuck they were getting into. They bullshitting, bro. They just want some money.
I mean, we spoke about this. It's in the archives. We asked if the Marvel Universe ruined superhero movies, and this is kind of what you see. Now DCU can't stand up to the Marvel standards, so they're gonna keep trying to switch directions and make different types of movies. Now we don't know who Batman is. Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, or fucking what's his fucking face?
Patterson.
Yeah,
Patterson.
Twilight. What's his name?
Patterson.
Christian Bale.
Patterson.
No, not Christian Bale.
Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah, Michael
Yeah,
Keaton
Robert
15
Pattinson.
times, though.
I said it like
Yeah, how many times did you say that?
I don't know. I said
Yeah,
Robert
they
Pattinson.
made him year one Batman, so it's like that made it even seem even more like, wait, this is like the first time. Like, no wonder he looks young and kind of like emo-ish because like he's trying to figure himself out too.
It was
like
basically year 2 Batman.
He's trying to figure himself out too.
Yeah, right. Should I
Because
punch him
what's
or should I save him? I remember he's gonna fall on my punch. Well, Pam, tell me where he is.
I don't know. It's, every time I see Robert Pattinson, I just feel like he really is a vampire. I be like, yo, he's so fucking pale. Look at him.
Word, he's still
He still look like he's playing
All the
that
adrenochrome,
fucking role, and
obviously.
he doesn't age. He has no fucking facial hair, same body structure, everything. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
He stares
Yeah.
at people's neck.
I mean, he played a pretty good role in that Tenet movie.
I haven't seen that. I heard it was good.
Adrenochrome does that, man.
Right?
It does, right? All that fucking placenta and fucking stem cell fucking shit.
What is it?
Umbilical
Baby
cords.
That's what she said. Julia
Umbilical
Roberts?
cord secretion.
No, she said Korean baby force.
Yeah, Korean baby.
Dude, they're
It comes from
freaky.
umbilical cord secretion.
No, I'm talking about Julia Roberts. She said the stuff that they use in her face cream on Ellen DeGeneres was Korean baby foreskin. It was.
You don't ever want to rub Korean baby foreskin on
I
your
was
face?
What?
working
The
for Julia
fuck?
Roberts because she looked like fucking Michael Jackson in his worst days.
That shit is crazy.
All right,
how
so we're not.
you know, I'm rubbing blood of babies on my face to stay looking young, right? And people just
That shit was true. Niggas be killing their babies left and right.
no. What?
No.
You go
You-
to rent a baby and just be like, yo,
Not-
let me
no,
go
no.
I don't
rent
understand where this episode is going with this baby stuff. All right.
Hey, we're
First,
talking
y'all
about
want to
renting
talk about
baby.
renting baby at the beginning of the fucking show. Now you're talking about people that are doing horrible,
let's go
heinous
back.
things that we do not condone on the Talking
Oh, we
Jock
don't
Network.
condone none of that shit. This is just gibberish.
Wow. We were
We don't
just getting
condone
into
baby
suing
murder.
people.
What
Now
is-
we're talking about some crazy shit.
Well, since we're still talking about acting, because Bautista was able to transition into the Marvel world, what do you guys think about his acting? Because
Well, hold on. We're gonna get into that real quick. But right after suing, right after the Justice League suing WB,
oh yeah,
we got crazy news of Vince being sued again because he
Hostile
bullied his way
takeover.
back into WWE only because he's trying to sell. And there was rumors that he sold to Saudi Arabia.
Which
I was
wasn't true.
how do you sell to an entire nation? Like, who is the person who's buying this from him, right?
They said the
Prince.
PIF, I think it was.
So it's like a corporate a group of people, right?
It's
Piffy?
basically like
Is
a
that
ghost
peanut butter
corporation.
company?
A ghost corporation, shell
Jiffy
company.
Piff?
Not,
a lot
not,
of companies in
not
Saudi Arabia are owned by
Oh,
princes.
you said, oh, you Piff.
Say that again, Darby.
A lot of companies in Saudi Arabia are owned by princes.
Yes.
So it's probably an extension of the state, I guess. Not really, but kind of. I mean, it's kind of hard to call the Saudi Arabia a state. It's just a gigantic coalition of different fucking private individuals. Who
I
set
would
up
just
a
it's
semblance
called
of
the
government.
UAE.
UAE is a different country, though. United Arab Emirates is a different country.
Yeah, but I mean, all these people are coming together as a conglomerate to buy WWE. So is this is
Right.
it just the Saudis? Is it just it regardless? It's a bunch of Arabs buying
How
the
much you
WWE
think WWE is worth, bro?
I don't
billions.
know. Can the Taliban buy it? A Taliban
Shit
WWE
probably
now?
at trillions, bro. Probably $1
I don't know about
trillion.
trillions, but definitely.
Yeah, I don't think it's a publicly traded company, so I don't think the company has made trillions yet. But it definitely is in the billion range.
Shit's
But
been
there
out since,
are
what,
other
82?
potential buyers. Like Disney was interested.
Give it to Disney, obviously.
NBC,
Right. 'Cause why not? They
NBC,
got everything else.
It's done. When they go to
NBC
Disney,
was
it's over.
interested. I believe
You see a whole
Comcast
bunch
was
of
interested.
transsexuals running through there.
The most interesting is the other wrestling company, AEW. Though they want to merge like they did with WCW, which would be interesting.
That'd be all right.
I mean, there are a lot of mergings happening in the wrestling world, like other fucking wrestlers merging into the acting world, which is why we're here today, which is what we're the Rock. If the Rock, what the fuck happened to the camera? If the Rock is the franchise, it'll. Because I'm slurring my speech and because I'm on that shit right now.
Dizzle stroking.
Another shot for you guys. And put my camera back up here so
Goddamn.
All right. Now, like I said, we were into transitions. Wrestlers transitioning into acting roles. The franchise killer topic on the internet of The Rock obviously transformed into a whole topic on who's the better actor in wrestling. John Cena, The Rock, Bautista, or Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan? Don't even play.
What the fuck? I'm like, where he came from?
Random.
Not Hulk Hogan. The Rock, John Cena, or Bautista was the main topic for tonight. And that is what we're going to discuss right now. And
I thought it was Rent the
I got
Baby.
their IMDb.
What?
It wasn't Rent the Baby, but we can
Stop trying to rent
back on
babies.
the Rent the Baby.
No.
Wolf, what's good, bro?
Colin.
He's not going to talk. He's not going to talk to us because he's driving.
No, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna be a danger to society.
You can't talk and drive at the same time. Like, we're not telling you to get on the.
Yeah, dude, he has to hold his breath while he's beating off because he can't do two things at the same time.
He knows his radio. And
He's gotta save his breath for road rage. He go like, yeah, I feel about. What the fuck are you doing crossing me, you asshole? Use your blinkers.
He is in California.
Yeah.
I have to check the building after it closed. So I went around it and reconnected to the Wi-Fi and then disconnected.
Why do you care about the
About what?
Because it's right. Because if you get robbed, you probably get blamed, huh?
I mean,
And out here, like that's literally every day, people trying to jig.
That's true.
yeah.
You got like high tech security systems on the roof, like a turret and shit.
Not okay. We're it's not that insane. We're not in Demolition Man yet.
It is California.
Yeah, but right now they probably just shoot hugs and kisses or rainbows.
That's pretty. That's pretty crazy.
Drone and driving around, just flying around the building.
I'm gonna hit you. What are you doing?
I had to call 911 because there was a man.
Hey man, we turned to a robot.
To a straight alien.
Fucked up. So I called 911 and the firemen showed up and I guess they just told him to get up and get going because I come outside, he's walking away with his basket and shit and they're just like, yep, nope, yep, good to go. And then they just fucking left and the cop shows up and he's like, where's the guy at? And I point to him halfway across the parking lot like, he's over there. He looked messed up, but they said he's fine, so I guess if he's not dead, but I feel like he's gonna go walk somewhere else and die. But I tried to do a good deed today. I tried.
Fuck that. That's dumb. That's the dumbest shit you could do.
You gotta be stupid.
Don't point out homeless people to cops.
Hey, no, you know what's funny you say that because like one of these days, and I heard this woman screaming like she was across the street, right? And it was so bad, I thought somebody was playing like a horror movie. I was like, what the hell is that noise? So I go outside and I see this woman laying in the grass. And I guess her boyfriend was next to her. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going to have to call the police.
I'm fucking on shrooms, my boy.
Dog. She gets up and starts chasing after him. And I'm like, see, this is why I'm on my business. I said, I got nothing to do with whatever happened with those two people.
Tag or something?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Were they playing tag or something?
I don't know. I just know she was screaming like she was getting killed, and then he was just looking at her. So then she got up and started chasing after him, and then they ran behind another building, and I'm like, all right.
That sounded like a good time. I would have just ran up over there, been man nosy.
So to be fair, this dude was literally outside our exit.
Like
Like
Manhunt
it
1 to
had
3,
to be
Manhunt 1 to 3.
addressed.
What'd you say?
He was right outside of our exit door, like 5 feet to the right. It had to be addressed.
Yeah, nah, that's right. Because you
You
got other
should have
people
let
there.
him inside.
You do got people out there that'll do shit just for attention, so they're bored. They probably got high as fuck, did a little stunt. It's like, yo, how many people look? I bet just walk off like nothing
Bro,
happened.
the man's hands were endemic and blue. There's something wrong with him for sure. They just didn't give a fuck because he was homeless.
Darby,
Oh,
that shit happened
shit.
to us too. Remember?
A couple times. You got one person inside the parking lot, then you had another person that was just fucking laying out on the fucking grass, just like, I need to let my diabetes rest up.
So I get a call.
That's
I get a call at like 5 in the morning when I'm going in for one of my early shifts. I think it was like 4:35 in the morning.
I was there, so it wasn't that early. I got there at like 9 o'clock.
Oh, you was just late.
Yeah, but it was still dark out when they called me, because when I got there, well, first of all, they called me and they said there's a homeless person sleeping in the grass towards the back of the building on the side. Now when you go into the driveway to my job, you can hit to the back of the building if you keep going straight.
Yeah, he snuck in. He fucking snuck in. He literally was like, he signed in and
No,
everything.
hold on. We're not talking about him yet. We're not talking about him yet. We're talking about the lady that they called me for.
Oh, okay.
Right? She's laying down, sleeping in the grass. And I didn't even know it was a lady at first. She looked like a straight dude. And they called me to tell me she was there. So I fucking rev. As soon as I turn, I rev my engine and I go full fucking speed and hold my horn and put my high beams on and scare the fuck out of her. You know what she did? Picked her head up. And that's it.
She shit herself.
Right? You should just go. You should just went over there and just lay down next to her.
I went to go park. Nah, I wasn't laying down next to her.
Should lay down
I
next to
went to
her.
go
That's some
park.
beautiful
I
stars
signed
out
in.
this bitch,
I
huh?
clocked in. Needed to get paid for that next part. And then I had to kick her off the fucking property because it's a nursing home. And I can't fucking have them there fucking sleeping, because then they try to get in.
She was just trying to nurse, bro.
She needed some fucking nursing, some counseling and shit. You should have sat lady.
Nurse or be nurse.
Yeah, well, that's just like the guy Darby was trying to talk about. We're putting up a sign in the front of the fucking building, literally a huge fucking
Look,
sign.
people with homes can't read. You think the homeless are gonna read it?
No. It was just it was a sign advertising the company. It was the business sign, and we see this lady getting arrested in front of a bus stop, and this dude on a scooter driving towards her, trying to talk to the police while she's getting arrested. We don't think nothing of it. We go about our day. It just so happened wasn't about to be a party. Yeah, it was a party, Christmas party or some shit.
Yep,
like that.
Christmas party.
So
sounds lit.
We get called to the front, and they're like, some guys in the building. We don't know who he is. Mind you, they got to go by reception and sign in, bro. So apparently, this guy came in and signed in, and he said he was going to do his rap gospel for everybody.
What?
The fucking genius. He's a genius, bro.
This guy's on a motor scooter. He has everything that he owns on the motor scooter. This guy, on top of that, has a full urine jug on that. His feet are bandaged up. He's obviously wounded. He got a wristband that said he just came out the hospital, but yet he came and he got called to do his rap gospel for the old people, and then proceeded to go down the hallway and plug his fucking scooter in because there was dying. So we had to kick him out, and my fucking boss, like an ass,
I'm just telling you, he got pass on you.
Go to the back of the building to charge his scooter, right? So we're like, all right, whatever happens now is on you. We go back to the party. We start eating the food that they got there. And it's not like no fucking party. They just give away fucking Christmas gifts or whatever.
It was fucking lunch food.
Right. So
my favorite shit in the whole world.
We get a call to the back of the building because this motherfucker's on the grass. He's like all of 400 pounds, bro. Spread out on the grass, sleeping, charging his fucking scooter. Talking about I'm waiting for an Uber to come. I'm gonna leave my stuff here.
I said, well, you charge that bitch in the Uber, nigga. You better get the fuck out of here. You lucky I ain't work with you, Jay. It should have been fun as fuck with me.
Bro, should be crazy at that job, bro.
Man, I know I had some motherfuckers dancing out butt ass naked. He was singing a Chris Brown song. And they called me and I went over there and I just started screaming at him, yo, get the fuck out of here, blah, blah, blah. And he just started running butt ass naked. Then the cops came. Then when the cops came, this fool had the audacity to walk by us with clothes on. I said, that's him right there. He said, oh, he has clothes on. I was like, but he didn't have clothes on before. And then they eventually fucking grabbed him up.
That's a kink for people to do that shit, to be naked in public.
I don't know why that boy had a fucking
now he's
Vienna
on a list.
sausage.
I mean,
boy had no shame in his game. Motherfucker didn't care about nothing.
Bro, speaking of kinks, right? This is a good segue into Jasmine's new segment. So she doesn't have news because they're all go get it. The news it tends to get repetitive with all the things that you're looking up. Not every headline is going to be crazy like that. So she got some mind-blowing facts that are pretty fucking informative, and they will, in fact, blow your fucking mind.
That's fine. That's fine. I want to hear some of this.
What? You said you wanted to do that.
You got the blurred faces, yellow those predators that be coming on fucking YouTube. Either that or the guys that be claiming that they from 2062. I'm a time traveler.
Who the fuck's the guy in To Catch a Predator? What's his name?
Well, if you're speaking about 1962 and all of that shit, time travel.
I mean 20, 19, 22.
I'd be a fucking sperm cell.
Probably not.
So the first one that I have are your kinks and your fetishes are passed down. So they're like, what is it?
Hereditary.
Oh, I heard about this. Some of them are. Some are.
Right.
No.
So that's
What's up?
That's kind of going off what you were just saying.
Yeah,
How,
hereditary, right? Genetic.
yeah, genetically.
My grandpa liked some big booties, huh?
I was about to say that's kind of like self-explanatory though, right? Like, wouldn't it make sense that I like big titties? My dad probably liked big titties too. Like most men like big titties.
I wonder which person in my family like cute Filipino chicks.
But that's kind of like what you were saying, that they were
I know a cousin that like no titties, like
naked in public. It's kind of a kink. So
okay, so nice. It's nothing like that. I don't know. I can't think of no kinks.
Well, like fetishes, like foot fetishes, stuff like that.
Like that.
Fucking stuffing cake on cake inside vaginas.
I mean,
like if
I can see that being true though. OD.
Right. So you telling me if Dahmer fucking had a son or a daughter, they gonna keep some ass and dick in the freezer?
Hell yeah. Gonna make some fucking
Dude, that's
beef
funny you
jerky
say
out of
that
them.
because there's been people who like serial killers who have had kids and their kids are just perfectly normal. Like I'm wondering if it's
are they though?
So they say. So they
there's plenty.
They learn from their parents' mistakes. They haven't got caught.
Hey,
I don't think being a serial killer is a kink necessarily.
They
just
Dahmer was.
Sorry, no. His method of killing might have been his sexualized and when he turned them on or whatever. But some people are just going to be serial killers because they want to do it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But like what turns you on sexually is not. I don't think that's a kink. But like liking toes and sucking feet and shit like that. I don't.
Wait, listen. I got somewhat of a foot fetish, but I don't like men feet.
Nah,
Yo, Macho,
I don't like men feet. Like if I see a nigga,
just straight out coming
I don't
out
give a
like
fuck.
that.
I say it straight up. I like you coming up with some nice toes, lint free. Don't got no lint, no hang there. I like that shit. But when I see men feet, I get all gaggy and shit. Like you know what I'm saying, it don't really make sense. Like it has to be like I don't know, bro. It's weird.
I see what you're saying. I hate feet in general. Like I don't want.
Yeah,
feet.
you see, you hate feet.
I don't care.
I like female feet. But I don't like no fucking
toes, bro.
I don't like no ashy ass feet. You got some fucking scales on your heels and shit. I don't want none of that.
And then to have somebody just release some shit like that shit is supposed to be cute. Ew, nigga. We walk on the dirt and
yeah, but like I don't be sucking on feedback. I don't do none of that. But she gotta be nice, gotta be neat. I have a fetish in that way. I don't know. I know some people be sucking on toes.
Do you like Fritos, bro?
Macho,
What?
who do you think has the hottest feet?
Who?
What?
My wife? I don't know. I don't
See,
be
if your
looking at
wife-
feet like
if
that. I
your
don't go
wife-
on. Huh?
If your wife like cleaned up her feet real nice, like took it to like a Japanese spa and stuff, and like
Yeah.
filled it up with like oils and all that, made it smell real pretty, the softest silk in the world, told you to
Yeah.
suck the toes, would you do it?
Yeah, I've done that shit already, bro. It's not a daily thing though.
He'll do
Like,
that shit.
hey,
if
listen,
you don't-
I had a
Okay,
hard
my
day at
question is,
work.
why
I gotta
haven't you
suck
made it a
your
daily
toes.
thing? Why don't you suck on your wife's
Bro.
toes as a goodbye in the morning?
Because
Bro,
I
he'll
don't eat
fucking
chicken every
Brush
day.
your
I
teeth
don't.
with her
I
big
don't.
toe, bro. Come on,
Listen,
go the full Monty.
I don't eat
he'll
chicken. I don't
fucking
eat
go.
chicken every day. I don't eat steak every day. It's just not an everyday thing. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
he's
I don't
saying it's
drink
a
water.
delicacy. So
Yeah,
like,
it's a
if he feels
delicacy. I
like
come
he's
once in
in
the
the mood
blue. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit,
and
she's
she went
sleeping.
running, she'll
I'll
pull
fuck
up
her feet
a
while
tube
she's sleeping.
sock and he'll just.
Bro, you just gotta slather her feet in like some ranch or some shit. Change the flavor up.
Oh,
I can't do food and sex, bro. It does. It just don't
that's
mix.
hey,
Put
I
some lemon
can't,
pepper
bro.
on that bit.
I
Colin,
can't
that's
do it. I can't do it. It
definitely
makes everything disgusting.
That's more of a white thing, I feel like.
You
I
ever
don't know.
see? You ever seen Austin Powers?
You're right, because I want to dump chocolate on my girlfriend and eat it off her.
You ever seen Austin Powers? You know when Fat Bastard turns over, he pulls his fucking titty up, and he has a fucking. I can't. That's why I can't do food, bro. That movie ruined me, bro.
That's fair.
All right, let's
All
get
right,
back to
so
the
I
topic.
have another one. It says when semen gets in your eye, it tries to penetrate it. Like
Yeah,
it's,
I heard that.
It's trying to hit the fucking embryo.
Oh,
yeah. It's
So
trying
lit.
to like
then go play on the
That's
couch.
crazy. You think Cardi
That
B
makes
shit's been
sense now, though, if
penetrated?
you think about it.
Definitely.
We doing what?
You don't remember the old school term?
See, bitches with early cataracts.
Don't play
Oh,
with it too
shit.
much. You'll
Shoot
blind
your eye out,
yourself.
kid.
Right.
What happens if a fucking
A
that dude just
cloudy
fucking
oyster means it's full of semen. If
A
it's
what?
cloudy.
say that again?
Cloudy oyster?
Yes, a cloudy oyster means it has semen in it.
Oh, I see what you said. Are you talking about like an actual oyster?
I don't-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, the oyster. Now just the
Shit's too
dock workers
slimy
are
for
just
me.
taking turns jizzing in oysters.
It's like fucking baby food times 1,000. I can't eat that
I only
shit.
eat it if it's cooked.
Dude, I love oysters.
I like
And grilled
crab.
oysters are good. Grilled oysters are good.
Honestly, fresh seafood is just pretty good in general.
Like
Right.
shit.
Like Italy, eating mostly seafood makes sense to me because I've had real seafood.
I want to sit out with a rack of Australian beer with some fucking oysters
Mm.
on the Barbie and just indulge.
Hey, you mate. Maybe shoot some wallabies, eh?
Dude, Australian people are like cool British people. I fucking hate British people. I
But don't
encourage
they
racism
stink,
against
though?
British people.
Don't they
Yeah,
say
well, what the fuck's on you, eh?
aliens smell like shit,
What's your
right?
beef then, mate? Put
I
'em
think-
up, you tosser. Come
I
on.
don't think British people have a culture.
Watch out for that boomerang.
What did you say about my mum?
Don't they say that Australians
people-
smell like shit though?
British people eat like the Germans are still flying overhead.
Yeah.
You take that back. You take that back.
You're gonna
It's not like your breakfast.
Oh, you take that back, Waker!
You know, it's hard
Oh.
to even remotely defend UK cuisine because it is awful. And that word
it's hard
is
to defend
literally
British
something that
Game
they
Boys.
use in their food. Awful. And,
Semen.
just disgusting.
Jay, there goes all your
Baked
UK
meat.
viewers, by the way.
Oh my god, what's wrong with her face?
hella baked
I
meat.
I love that pickled pig feet.
Like all of you UK viewers
She
just
look
logged
like
off and
she
it's like
just saw
eating
some semen.
toast and
Semen
beans angrily.
penetrated to her eyes.
I was gonna say they're gonna send leave some messages in the chat.
Hey, yo,
Wait, what's your fucking problem with London, mate?
hey, bruv.
Hey,
You
bro.
say bruv.
Bro.
So dragonflies will scoop and shovel out the semen from their rival dragonflies out of their potential
Damn.
mates. So
That's why your dick shaped the way it
Hey
is.
yo, if women could have that happen to them, men would probably buy the whole
They
new year
can.
body count.
Talon, that's why your dick shaped the way it is. That's why it has like a spade shape. It's to push semen out.
My bro, if I'm going in so recent and I'm scraping that shit out with the head of my dick, I
I'm
need to
talking about
reassess my life.
prehistoric times, you fucking goof. I'm talking about like that's like why we evolved
Yo,
with
you got
that
a
shape.
spearhead fucking penis? Hey, yo.
Like the shape it has. I don't know, dude. I
This
don't know
man
what shape
said
your
the
dick is. You
spade
got, like,
at the
an
end
arrowhead?
of your dick.
You call your dick little Iroquois?
What?
What?
Got the
He is
arrowhead shaped dick?
arrowhead. He's
No.
literally arrow.
I mean, I've always thought of it as a helmet or just a head.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Wild.
Wild.
Man, saying you so you're saying that fucking is like chimney sweeping.
Yes.
That's like ass fucking.
Well,
Back when cavemen used to do it, like they
What
do on
is
the
that
Discovery
activating?
Channel. All right, what are we talking about?
I don't know if I want to fuck anymore. Darby, thank you.
The last three facts was
You might have
being
just
about
eliminated a
sperm.
real problem for me.
All right, let's hear the next sperm fact.
Sperm in the last 3 facts.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do the
I want
fourth
to see. I want to
sperm
hear
fact.
more facts. Come on.
No,
Let's
there's
go.
no more.
One more. He said, "Hey, yo," you heard that, right?
Hey, yo.
Yeah. The kid wants to hear more facts.
Hey,
Those are the
yo.
Hey, yo.
That's hilarious.
Little man over here repeating that for a hot minute after you said that. He knew you were talking about like, hey, come on now.
Come on, man, with the spermies.
Just because he can't say it, he doesn't know it's not wrong.
No, you look like that girl with the wide mouth on Instagram.
And I don't mean incorrect, just wrong.
Yeah, she gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You got some problems, my boy. Come here. Oh shit.
Tripping off of those screen filters.
This is Jacob from Twilight.
You look like the female dog in Balto.
Yeah. The bitch.
Word.
Why he was hating? He was like a hater.
I'm trying to put
You still look like the wolf, though.
Jay's playing with filters.
Well, you got any more facts?
Yeah, I want to hear more facts, but she don't got any apparently. You ain't got no facts.
She's out here looking for sperm facts. That shit was hilarious.
I'm gonna print out like 40 pages.
I can tell you a random sperm fact. Rat sperm is why? I don't fucking know. It's supposed to help them swim or some shit, but yeah.
Oh shit.
And cat vaginas are barbed.
Cat vaginas are barbed?
Fun fact.
Yeah, do you know,
Yeah, it's not always fun to fuck.
Jizz comes out of your dick at
Like
about
that
like
movie,
40 to 30 miles per hour, so it's illegal to come inside of a school zone.
What?
How did you know that in the back of your head?
Because he probably just thought, he's like, yo, that shit shot out pretty quick. Let me check. Hold on. 45?
You know there's at least a handful of universities that had a fucking speed gun and had people jacking off in front of it just to see.
They pay people for those studies. Imagine
thing
the
is-
scientists coming up to be like, dude, I'll
my
give you $200
thing is-
if I speed test your jizz shot.
Tyler,
Like,
which
yeah?
end of that would you be on? Would you be the one masturbating or would you be the one testing the speed?
If I have to choose, I'm just gonna bust a nut and be out and get my $200. I'm not gonna be some weirdo person so interested in finding out how fast nut shots. that I'm gonna stand in front of a bunch of men busting nuts
My prostate.
You're gonna be out
and
here
be like,
with goggles. You're gonna be with goggles and a fucking face mask.
if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just stand right in front of them and catch it with my face.
Well,
And that's not gonna happen.
Small Asian man goes 60.
Well, that would correlate with the episode in the
Shut
archive.
the fuck up. Every time, the same reference. I have fucked up more than just that reference, but you never referred to those. Let's look at a variety of my fuck ups, can we please?
Now, how does that help us determine who's a better WWE actor?
Yo, thank
They
you,
all
man.
have fast sperm.
Well, you know what, Nick?
How does that help us?
Acting as serious as they do.
Tiny point of what we've missed out in, like.
All right, so let me ask y'all this, right? Before we determine who was the better actor outside of wrestling, right? How can we rate this right now that you would be satisfied in calling one of these men the best?
Best in what?
The best of what? Like they're not the
best at King Rock, obviously.
Right. And Jay, a lot of people are gonna say Bautista because he's got like one legitimately serious role. And
He's
it's
got a couple.
nah, bro. Most
the
of the
other
movies
two.
been in the same shit like every other wrestler. So he's playing Drax or he's playing a buddy cop film where he's got muscles and he's blowing shit up. That's cool. Get your money. But don't sit here and act like this is some serious riveting acting that he's doing, because that's not really.
Drake. Can I ask you a question?
You
Does
ain't
Drax
lying,
the
Drake.
Destroyer drink Modelo?
He should.
Modelo
Modelo was the shit.
is the shit, man. I tried it like a while ago. I was like, man, I never give it a try. And like when I tried it, I was like, fuck, this shit tastes good.
Modelo over a Corona.
I would say the
Corona,
Rock was
Corona only good if you got limes. You can't drink Corona without a lime, so it's not good.
Modelo, hands down.
So how about this, right?
I think the Rock is the best actor due to the fact that he had more movies done. He had more opportunities to be more versatile. Because the other ones,
but
they didn't get that many chances.
Not all the time is quantity over quantity the best thing.
Yeah, but I think quality as well. He has good quality in acting too.
Obviously,
Depending
John
how-
Cena.
I would say The Rock has more movies that we enjoyed, more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
that's
that
what
one
I'm
though.
saying.
This out, right? This is. Do you want to rate
Bautista dressing up as Drax and being a fucking bumbling idiot for the whole movie?
Let's rate them on 5 categories. Right?
That's funny.
Let's rate them on 5 categories,
Nigga,
which is standard for a movie critic.
Got
And
scat.
we can't do nothing horror because these motherfuckers don't have nothing horror except
I want
for
to see
Drax.
Cena in
It
a
hasn't
slasher
come out
movie.
yet. Except for Drax. I mean, except for Bautista, and it hasn't come out yet. So,
Cena the
let's
Killer.
do the best 2 action movies, right? So that takes care of 2.
All right, best action movies.
The best action movies they've been in.
You want to do that, or let's do this? Let's do this better. Best villain role, right?
Okay.
Best hero role. Best comedy. Most memorable action. That's 4.
And best wrestler.
What?
Biggest box.
Oh,
That has
Rock
nothing to
like
do
that
with
shit.
acting.
That's the Rock all the way.
Did you just say that wrestling is
You just
partially
said
acting?
that,
Though?
right? How you just fucking
Spit on you, nigga. You liar.
This is supposed to be outside of that.
Oh, well, you brought it in.
That is outside. No.
I mean, you got to kind of bring up the box office thing because people are gonna say, "Well, this movie flopped when he was in it." A lot of movies well. Bautista been in a lot of movies that really didn't do too well.
He's been in fucking
Biggest
C
box
movies.
office.
That's not even a conversation. That's a waste of time.
Cool. So we got it. So let's start with The Rock, right? What was some of the roles he played as a villain? It was his first role as
Scorpion
in The Mummy,
Horrible.
right? In The Mummy,
Horrible.
he
I was
was
gonna say
a villain.
You never used that one?
No, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going up through the list, and then we can pick from that. He was a villain in Doom. He was a villain in Fast 5.
nigga in Doom. They got
Not a villain in Fast 5, bro. He was a fucking cop, bro. He was a fucking.
But he was the villain in the movie, bro.
But he's not.
No, he definitely was a villain in Doom. He was a shitty fucking villain, but he was a villain.
Yeah. He attacked his teammates after.
All right, let's just say he was a villain in Fast 5. DK. He was fucking playing.
He was the antagonist.
He was a fucking.
You know what? That's the perfect word right there. That's exactly what he was.
Yeah.
He's the nigga in their way while they're trying to take care of something.
I mean,
while they're trying to fucking do crimes. They're the fucking criminals, bro. They're the
right?
bad guys.
And that's
how you become friends with the criminals. That's just like Goku fucking being friends with niggas who gonna threaten the world. But after you getting your ass kicked by this nigga, now we friends.
Vegeta? Yeah, Vegeta. But Vegeta's different. Vegeta's Vegeta, bro. He's
because Goku be slapping the fuck out. Goku be slapping sense into these
like
motherfuckers.
Vegeta and Frieza. They fucking make that show without them. Goku ain't shit.
He
need them niggas to be him.
He may have sense into them, like stop playing. I'll blast you.
Migs, you named everybody in Dragon Ball Z but the person you was talking about. I think it said Piccolo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Piccolo too. Yeah.
I guess so.
Those are only villain roles for The Rock.
So I'll say Fast Five was the best villain role he did.
I mean, Fast Five and fucking
Doom. Yeah, everything else he played a star, like a leading role or like a supporting role.
He's a good guy in most of his movies. Like Gridiron Gang was a flop, but ain't nobody gonna say that shit because we like the movie.
Yeah, I like the good.
Right, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. What's going on with that?
Let's not use the word great so loosely. Can we not do that?
What'd you say, Colin?
Well, great doesn't mean.
Can we not use the term great so loosely for movies nowadays? We use this hyperbole to describe things that are actually just
Did you
good.
see Gridiron Gang?
Like,
I saw it many years ago. It was definitely a good movie. I don't know if I would call it great. Personally, I like my favorite football movie growing up was Remember the Titans.
Because you're a fucking moron.
Hate that movie, bro.
Okay, because I have a different opinion. You fuckwad.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even about football. I know. Wait, hold on. We had this conversation before. I'm like, yo, that movie's basically about racism in America and how, hey, we got a town full of black people who can play.
It's about if you want to talk about a movie that's about football, yes, you're absolutely right.
That movie's not about football.
In terms of a movie that has football as a context, that's one of my favorite ones. Longest Yard is probably my favorite movie with football.
Best football movie ever is Waterboy.
You might as well throw the movie The Replacements in that list.
We got
that needs to be.
Oh yeah, the fucking Keanu.
That needs to be.
That was a pretty decent football.
I never saw it with LL and Jamie Foxx. Actually, you know what? I need to just go rewatch football movies. There's a lot of them. Fuck.
The best movie is
So let's just do that next week. So we have an excuse to watch football movies.
No.
Let's just do top football movies next week.
No.
Let's put that on the burner if we don't have a better one. We were already talking about
shit right now. Like in 2 minutes.
I have tons of better ones, but let's
there's hella football.
I do want to say real quick, when you were talking about like best villain role, Stone Cold hasn't really acted, but he's only done kind of like antagonist villain roles, and I mean, he's definitely an aggressive good villain and expendable considering what it is. He was a perfect fit for that ridiculous bro-holic movie. I'm not saying he deserves rankings, but another shout out just like Kevin Nash.
I agree.
That's how.
If you want to talk about best villain roles, Kevin Nash got the cake because he was the super shredder, bro.
How about we talk about?
Well, I mean, he was a super shredder and he was a big fucking dude. He fucked up the Punisher at first. He lost, but he was fucking him up. I wouldn't want to be that.
I think the writers fucked up Punisher that first, but that shit was a piece of shit.
The first one,
not the one with
Netflix
fucking
Netflix redeemed it.
Netflix definitely.
But what about John Cena?
Oh, I didn't see the Netflix series. I heard it wasn't good.
No,
I've also heard it is good, but I don't know. But I don't want it to reel that far. I just wanted to shout out Stone Cold.
The Netflix stuff was pretty good. But what about John Cena's villain roles? What is his best? So let's see where he started with the villain roles.
Has he ever done a villain? Because I feel like he's
done a villain.
The roles that wrestlers seem to take seem to reflect the kind of image that they do as a wrestler.
Right, but then when they take their first villain role is because they're trying to break away from that in their acting lives. His first one was in Bumblebee as Agent Burns.
So nobody saw that. Nobody gives a fuck.
I think I saw Bumblebee.
I didn't even know he was in that bitch.
I don't really care to remember the movie though. I'll tell you that.
That was a terrible fucking one-off. Keep going.
He was a villain in Suicide Squad.
His second, ironically, was as Jacob in Fast 9.
Yeah, he's definitely a villain in that movie.
Cena's in Fast 9?
Yeah,
he's Vin Diesel's brother.
Yeah, he is.
I haven't seen 7, 8, or 9 because it just got so ridiculous, and I just never wanted to see
He
Carl
just said
ridiculousness.
that earlier.
But now, that I know he's in there. Is The Rock in it too?
He just said what I said earlier.
Oh, he's not.
After 6, it was done.
That feels like a missed opportunity because he was already in the series by then. No.
Yeah, it is. They
like
Roberts. What was that, Dre?
I said The Rock only did like 2 or 3 Fast movies.
Well, he also did Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, but
5, 6, 7, 8. He did 4.
Would you say he did? He was 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, he did 4.
Yeah, he did like half the franchise, so I feel like that was a missed opportunity, and probably because they didn't have enough money to pay him.
No, it's because of Vin Diesel. And,
Yeah,
and The Rock.
That too, which is some petty bro bullshit.
How you know? How you know? There.
Based off of the descriptions of that, that deal between each other, it's a little bit of The Rock being a diva, and Vin Diesel wishing he still was a diva.
Exactly. That's what's it's crazy because Vin Diesel used to be that guy in Hollywood when he was like Triple X and whatever. What was the movie in? With the,
he was Riddick.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
Vin Diesel had some good shit back in his time, but like I was saying,
2 of them.
These dudes would love to capitalize on it with how The Rock did, but they didn't. So it's like, hey, you only get a decade of this shit, and then maybe if you get
they hate it.
The Rock, like the first movie I remember, besides the Scorpion King, like the first leading role I remember The Rock in is The Rundown, which I liked. He was like the straight man to Sean William Scott's Funny Man, and it wasn't a great movie by any means, but it's watchable for sure. It's a remake, but it's a watchable remake.
Right, it was pretty good. No, that wasn't the remake. Walking Tall was the remake, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Walking Tall.
Walking Tall was the remake.
So,
but I have to say, I liked The Rock when he first came out. Before, that's all he did. Right. I feel like that's really his biggest problem and why I can't put him as the best actor, because most of his roles are not varied enough. He might be in comedy movies. He might like in terms of the genre of the movie he's in, that might be varied, but his character, at least the last 5 to 8 years, it seems like he's playing a version that he's played before because it worked well and that would work in the story, but you keep seeing it and it's getting tired.
Right. Some people would say that he's playing these roles, but he's playing The Rock in these roles. You know what I mean? Like they said, he's Black Adam playing The Rock.
And you know, it's funny people say that because motherfuckers say Denzel Washington is playing Denzel Washington in every movie, but no one got a problem with that. And I was
just gonna say that, bro. I was just gonna say
Washington as an actor, but that nigga does this.
They say the same thing about Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is not good.
Ryan Reynolds is typecast.
Commercials now.
We're talking about iconic, legendary actors, and this nigga said Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds is in a lot of like big movies. Like, besides the fact, like to his credit, the man did get out of a National Lampoon typecasting and slowly broke out. Not very far, because he knows that the Van Wydel style is kind of his lane, but he did bring Deadpool faithfully to the screen, and I will always give him credit for that.
Okay, that's fair, but he's the perfect actor to play Deadpool. But what kind of character is Deadpool?
I mean, but who else would you replace with him at the moment? The Rock, you could definitely replace.
Borat. I replace him with Borat.
Wait, hold on. You think The Rock could get replaced with who?
My name is Deadpool.
Depending on the movie, you could definitely find another large like dude to fill the role.
Borat.
Give me a movie. We could probably think of somebody like
Deadpool #1.
I don't know. Because Triple H tried, that shit didn't work out.
No,
thank you. I was saying, all these other wrestlers tried to get in movies, and none of.
Oh no, I'm not talking about wrestlers. I'm just talking about acting in general. If you talk about wrestlers, you're right.
Bro, we're not talking
no
about
big actors like that.
Actual actors. That's not fair.
Right.
I would never be like Leonardo DiCaprio and The Rock on the same acting realm. Like, duh, obviously not.
No, but I mean like a Liam Hemsworth type of a dude. Somebody who's with a big, large body for a big, large body role.
Next to The Rock, that's like a fucking baby next to The Rock. That's fucking like Baby or Russ to The Rock. The Rock is 6'5", bro. Like that's, and then he's fucking 6'5" in his fucking.
That doesn't matter. Have you ever seen a Tom Cruise movie?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Tom Cruise is like 3'8", but he always looks 6'8" in all of his movies. Like height doesn't matter. And on top of that, the guy who played Gimli is like 6'3", and they made him look believably like 4 feet. So like, height is only a thing if the studio gives a fuck.
And
well, you're right.
But muscle.
But still,
no, because they did the same thing to what's her name, Natalie Portman. She didn't do a single day of working out like fucking Chris Hemsworth had to do to become Thor. They just CGI'd her muscles. So again,
they did.
She wasn't buff. They faked that shit.
Yeah, but you
like now, at least nowadays, I will give you like in the past, it wasn't really there, but nowadays. That's not really an excuse. You just can't act, or you're just, you know.
Well, it's
now this is what John Cena had to say, because like you said, they're either trying to follow in the Rock's footsteps or in the Rock's shadow all this whole time in their acting career. So John Cena said the truth is that Dwayne Johnson is a great actor, and I think always wanted to be an actor. There's nothing wrong with that, Cena said. It's like an athlete saying, hey, I don't do drugs, and then getting busted for drugs. Here's a guy who said he was WWE through and through, and then first chance took the road to a different career path. He took it. Cena said he believes Johnson is one of the hardest workers you'll ever meet, but he feels Johnson cheapened the credibility of future WWE stars such as himself. He continued and said, it just cheapens that. It just cheapens that phrase. Oh, I love this business. So next time I come up and I say I love this business, well, the guy before me who said that left. That doesn't look good for me or our business. And then guess what?
That's bullshit.
That's the thing.
That sounds
That's bullshit, bro.
The same shit right there. Salty. If you catch the part where he was like an athlete uses drugs but gets busted for drugs, everybody know the Rock is on steroids now. So he's definitely hating that.
What?
Cena been making movies for 10 years. That nigga just doesn't get the contracts because he was never as good of a cast as The Rock, despite the fact The Rock has not been cast in anything exceptional.
Now this is where we get into Dave Bautista's villain.
Real quick, I do want to say though, to Cena's comment about like causing issues or whatever, The Rock having been in cinema for so long as a wrestler, he has done a specific lane. So if you want to break out and you want to be an actor from a wrestler, then just be a good fucking actor and don't take this typical roles and be like, look, I want to do acting, but I'm not going to do the acting that was done before because I'm actually good and I know I'm good. And if you're a WWE superstar, you probably will have the strings to be able to get somebody to give you some type of indie film or some type of shit where you can prove that you're actually a dramatic actor or you're a horror actor or you're something like this, because these dudes are so huge. Why have they not stepped into horror? Like, not that I'm a huge fan. Horror is constantly fucking everywhere, but they are built for those type of roles, you know?
You said to step into an indie film role. That's not pills,
well, I don't mean like an indie film. I mean like a film to where it's not big budget. Because they're not going to give a big budget film to a WWE wrestler off rip. They might give like a low budget film.
Acting, and then people come to you
and
say, "Hey,
they start off with their fair share."
You want to do 20 grand, 40 grand, or you want a role that's going to be in the fucking Avengers or in the Marvel?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you want that, go for that. But if you want that, don't complain about the fact that somebody else was doing that before you, and so it's hard for you. But there are ways that have not been done that you can do.
Everybody in Hollywood is going to.
But it was only Cena that complained and said it was hard for him, and he only made it seem like
it's hard for him because he's a fucking bum, bro. He can't act, bro.
Well,
that's why it's hard.
For him in his wrestling career, not his acting career.
He was a bum in that shit too. He was a bum in both.
Right.
It's
Sorry,
John Cena.
I'm just saying the truth here. He know he's a bum. He was a bodybuilder, and they saw him. Oh shit, let's take him. His Korean bodybuilding was trash too, so he tried. He made it because he had a little bit of charm. That's it. He was a bum in both fields. That's just how I feel.
But my pick for this fucking episode, and we'll keep getting into the
Cena's famous because he was a patriotic person.
He
probably
if
the
you
best
listen
about 3.
Like he would always do that American flag shit. He did the Marine. People saw him as the American wrestler in the WWE, which is how he's been cast in movies as a patriotic person. And only with Peacemaker has he been able to somewhat step away from that. But nobody takes him seriously yet. He despite being in the industry, and he still.
If you want to get into We'll get into all his movies because we have these categories, but there are other roles that he had that kind of broke him away from the wrestling thing.
Like what?
Like Blockers.
I didn't even see it.
So when we get there, I need you to tell me the funniest thing you remember that he did. Okay?
In Blockers?
Yeah, you tell me why that was a good role when we get there.
I haven't seen that. What is that? I've never seen it.
Exactly. You tell me why that's worthwhile when nobody fucking watched it.
All right, I got you.
Wasn't that the movie about the fucking parents trying to stop their kids from fucking on prom night?
Yeah, but that wasn't his only.
What a weird fucking premise.
That wasn't his only comedic role. That's the next one. We'll get into that.
Immediately pulls out once that's pointed out. But never mind. Keep going.
The movie that he did with Will Ferrell and fucking
Daddy's Home. He got
Daddy's
a couple
Home
of
2 or 3.
But Bautista's greatest villain role is spread out because he got a lot of villain roles too. He was in The Man with the Iron Fists. He was in that Riddick movie with Vin Diesel.
Which one?
The Riddick movie with Vin Diesel.
That one was okay.
The best one, I think, honestly, on this list, no matter what goes any higher than that, is for his villain role, is his role as Hinks in the Spectre movie, the 007.
I never actually threw up more than when I saw him in that role. But that's
Wait, hold on. You said you threw up.
Yeah. I'm hyperbolically bullshit. I never saw.
That's just until this next movie comes out. I think next month that he got the what is the Knock at the Cabin?
Knock at the Cabin.
Oh no, wasn't he a villain in Dune?
Say it again, Jay.
Wasn't he a villain in Dune too?
Dune?
The Rock.
He was a villain.
He was not
Dune. E-U-N, not Doom.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't remember him being in Dune.
He was in Dune.
Oh, I didn't see Dune.
Damn, I clearly need to watch that again because he's not a role I remember.
All right, so we'll get into best comedy right now. We'll start off.
That's not to his discredit. I just really don't remember his character. I got to watch it again.
For best comedy, I'll say Cena.
But say that again.
Best
comedy Cena.
Right? Best comedy, we'll start off with The Rock again. The Rundown was a comedy.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy the unrated cut of Baywatch.
Wow, that was random, but all right.
Well, because I don't know what type of fucking movie it is, but he was enjoyable in it. But he's kind of not really a main character in that. He's kind of secondary, so I don't know if that counts. He was in it, but it's not his movie.
I don't think the other guys should count either, although he was
definitely not, even though that was a hilarious cameo at the time.
They need to make with those two like a prequel or something with Samuel Jackson and the Rock as cops.
That would be hilarious. The Other Guys is a very good random funny film.
Aim for the book.
I like that.
Yo, I laughed so hard in the theater when they did that because at that time, subversion like that was still possible.
I could. Yeah, I remember first
Then
time I
when
saw.
Will Ferrell said Gator don't take no shit.
I was like, wait, did they really just die right now? Did that just happen?
Yeah, exactly. And the whole shit with Gator, man, that subplot was fucking hilarious. And how he would just talk to his wife. I forgot her name. Eva Mendes.
He talked about work, but he was like, "Hey, listen, my wife
He's
is
apologizing for her being homely and shit.
That was crazy. He was like, my wife is ugly and sloppy. He's talking about Eva Mendes.
Yeah, she looked it right.
The fucking note they were sending her grandma.
What you said, Jason?
Gator don't take no shit.
He's like, nah, he's like, nah, I wasn't a pimp.
Pimps don't cry. No, they don't.
All right, so The Rock, he had a lot. It was be cool.
Be cool.
The game plan, get smart.
Fucking
Fucking Journey 2.
Like
Journey 2 is a family adventure film, but okay.
Yeah, right. He got to get the kid Disney money.
Well, right.
I think Pain and Game was his funniest one.
Tooth Fairy was that.
Pain and Game funny.
It was funny to me.
What was the other shit with Kevin Hart? Central Intelligence.
Yeah.
Central Intelligence was straight.
It was straight.
Honestly, out of all of those, it would probably get my vote, or maybe the Walking Tall. But Walking Tall, in my memory, is more of an action movie than it is a comedy, so I'd probably have to say Central Intelligence, even though it's kind of mid to me. I can't remember anything except that they tried to make The Rock be fat as a team.
Yeah.
I can go with Central Intelligence.
I'll probably go with Pain and Game. To me, that shit was funny. It was fucking cooking.
But that was a true story.
I understand, but it was still comedy, though. Like, it was funny.
Art imitates life, or whatever.
And they didn't look like any of the guys that did that shit. Like,
It's funnier too. That is a crazy true story.
It is.
That's all back to the list.
What we think? What we thinking for The Rock in comedy?
I think he should get a funnier comedy movie. I think he could probably.
Is Megs or Darby here? Because they're the outliers right now.
Say it again.
I mean, I'm here, but I haven't seen any of those movies, so it's like, eh.
You haven't seen any of those?
No, not really.
Blasted right now. He's high as hell.
I wish.
I haven't seen those movies with George Costanza.
I am high as hell, but
Megs, you fuck. We're talking to you.
I know you're talking. There's too much noise. All right. So what was the question again?
What do you think is The Rock's best comedy? What was it? Central Intelligence?
Just list them all again because I feel like you're here.
No, I like Central Intelligence. That one was really funny. Like, I think that's the most funniest role he's played so far. Everything else was just sarcasm.
Yeah, but sarcasm is comedy, isn't that?
Yeah, but he wasn't trying to be funny. He just has witty remarks.
I'll go with Central Intelligence.
Central Intelligence.
All right. So Cena, right?
Just eating out here and shit.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Daddy,
Bro's got a poop bucket. You didn't know that?
Trainwreck, Daddy's Home 1 and 2, Blockers.
Are we gonna go to Cena yet, bro?
The Suicide Squad, which is
what was the last one?
Which is Peacemaker. So,
was the only one I saw, Suicide Squad, and I like Peacemaker. So, yeah, that's my choice.
Yeah, I could go with Peacemaker. What about y'all?
I'll go with Peacemaker for the movie.
Yeah, Peacemaker. He's got.
because the show that shit was I don't know.
No, the show was
We got the show because of Suicide Squad.
I know that I saw the first episode and I never went back.
honestly.
I couldn't get through the first episode of his show, so good on you.
I know Jason probably saw it though.
Yeah, I got through the whole series. I liked it.
I probably got
Yeah, well, of course you did. You fucking still watch the MCU.
Nah, I honestly think that was his most solid role to date.
I like how fucking crazy he is.
Probably
killing people and Suicide
It does.
Squad.
It does fit him.
It fits him very well, that role. As Peacemaker. In my opinion.
It's corny, like Peacemaker, bro,
It's
and then you got
corny.
a stupid ass fucking mask. I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, I'm
it's
not
part
saying
of
the
the
character. I'm just saying, like, that outfit is stupid, bro.
But John Cena is corny and stupid.
But it's not John Cena.
That's part of the character, though. Like, it's supposed to be like that.
Right. It's not his fault how they wrote him in the comic books.
I don't know.
There's no way
Fuck
that's
He's meant to be like a hyperbole and a complete misunderstanding of things in a sense. That's why he was in Suicide Squad, because he thinks that he's on the side of justice and good, but he will just murder everybody if it seems to be the right option. Whoever it is. He states in the movie women and children too at some point, which did make me laugh. Like, Suicide Squad, just for the record, was a better movie than it really had a right to be in a certain respect, but I'm glad it wasn't terrible.
So you talk shit about all these movies, but you like Suicide Squad?
I like the second one. It was a fun movie. It felt like a rated R Guardians type of
Yeah,
film.
you wanna know what's funner than that? Shitting in your hand.
I mean, yeah, if that's your opinion, fuckwad, you can have it.
Remember
Waddy.
his favorite football movie. The
Come
fuck?
All right, nigga, whatever. I don't even watch sports, so why would I have a favorite football movie that's about football? I don't know shit about fucking football, nigga. I'm a lineman. They don't teach me shit. I was taught how to block.
You play
Water Boy,
See Bob Boucher?
the best football movie ever.
Nah,
Bob Boucher. Bob Boucher.
Waterboy's definitely my favorite movie, but like best football movie any given Sunday or Rudy.
This nigga can say the water boy and it's fine, even though that's not about fucking football. And I get great. Okay,
are you serious?
You know what? I was trying to think of something witty for him. Like
that's about a very
All
slow boy getting the ability to go out in the world.
The Waterboy. Hold on, the Waterboy.
That is another Forrest Gump film.
The Waterboy
No,
technically is a football
Forrest
film.
Gump gets AIDS at the end of his movie. he gets AIDS, bro. Like, that's not even cool.
No, that's Philadelphia.
He couldn't outrun HIV.
Wait, now did he have AIDS?
Huh?
Yeah,
Jenny-
it was AIDS.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we agree Drax
Yeah.
was the height of his comedy?
Did Drax get AIDS?
So we don't have to run down his comedic.
Drax destroyed AIDS. At least
It is the cure to AIDS.
I guess we could say Drax was the peak of his comedy, which is not saying much.
I feel like he's also done like some other just random like Clueless, but like somehow other like that's the comedy he does, is where he's supposed to be dumb about things, common sense, but he's absolutely intelligent in other ways, and that's where the comedy comes from. And Drax is the only thing I can definitely think of, but I feel like I saw him do that before Drax, but maybe I'm just making it up.
Like Stuber, fucking.
In that new movie he just came out with, he plays that same role. Like, he's a dumbass, but he's a millionaire.
They're all
We're talking about that Netflix movie.
Yeah, he's a millionaire. He's a content creator.
Glass
but,
Onion.
Yeah, and he's like a dumbass, but he's a genius because he makes money at the same time.
Yeah, fuck Ryan Johnson. If I'm not a fan of a director, I'm not gonna watch this shit. Fuck Ryan. Fuck him.
Those are fun.
All right.
Also,
So what
the
about
person I thought was mid. So I'm whatever.
what about best hero role? It sucks, but the two John Cena and Bautista probably gonna get their fucking two roles duplicated on that. But that's where
You have the IMDb.
Yeah, I have an IMDb.
What has he been in? Just in case I might have forgotten something, because I feel like maybe I did, but I don't think so.
Batista?
Yeah, Bautista.
He been in Mad Trust.
We're gonna start off with just the movies that have been bigger than what they should have been, because what he really started off was with TV shows and the Scorpion King 3 straight to DVD shit.
I mean that's kind of like a move when you're injured or in between shit too.
Right. But he was in The Man with the Iron Fists. He was in Riddick. Guardians of the Galaxy.
The first one too, right?
Huh?
Cena was in. Are you starting with Cena?
No, he's not.
Yeah, was Cena in that first one too?
What first one?
The first one you named. The Man with the Iron Fist.
No.
Okay, I must have misheard that earlier. My bad.
Where the fuck was I?
You said
the third one.
Guardians, LA Slasher, Spectre, Heist, The Boss, Marauders, Enter the Warrior's Gate, Bushwick, Guardians 2,
I saw Bushwick.
Nowhere to Run, Blade Runner 2049.
That was actually a decent small role. Not worth like being his best. It wasn't big enough.
That's right, he was in that.
Hotel Artemis, Avengers, Escape Plan 2.
Hotel Artemis was good.
Like I want to say real quick, the fact that Bautista was able to get cast in Blade 2049. Okay. That's the sequel to one of the greatest cinematic movies, arguably ever, especially when it comes to cyberpunk.
Blade Runner.
Love my cyberpunk.
I'm sorry, Blade Runner, yes. And the fact that he got cast in there means that there's clearly more acting acuity seen in Bautista than the other two.
That's fair. I feel like he's not doing this to make a whole bunch of money like The Rock is, but at the same time, he's not going to turn down.
I think he's doing it for both reasons, though.
I think based off his comments, I haven't seen many, but based off the few comments I've seen, I feel like Bautista, I think he's seeing, at least right now, movie acting as if he's going to do it, he's going to solidify himself as an actual actor of respect, as opposed to just one of popularity and memorable, and that you remember, but somebody that when you bring up in conversation is like, oh, that's one of the greats. That's somebody that came from a place that you didn't expect, and he did roles that you didn't think he was going to do because he was one of the biggest WWE stars, and he did this, and he came from a place of just being the animal Bautista to being one of the greatest dramatic actors maybe later in life or something like that. It's entirely possible, especially since he seems to have that kind of gusto now. But it remains to be seen whether or not people will give him the chance and whether or not he'll make good on the opportunities that are presented to him. But out of the three, which I don't know if you guys did all this, I know I missed a lot, but he's definitely the one that I think has the most potential. Cena, I think, has ruined his own potential because he's been around for at least a decade now making films. He could have done better by now. And The Rock has fucked himself up by allowing himself to be typecast as himself.
Right. Well, that's what fucking Bautista said in a GQ interview after M. Night Shyamalan said that he may win the best actor. He didn't say that. He said he put on the best performance of the year, is what M. Night Shyamalan said. And
remember, this is Shyamalan.
Right, I know it's Shyamalan.
In what movie?
I'm a ding dong talk.
Knock at the Cabin. And
those are the big 2/3 of a movie.
I guarantee you it's not true. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, bro. I swear to God, that's fucking bullshit.
You know what's even funnier? He only gonna be like in the movie for like 15 minutes. It's gonna be every.
It looks like he got a starring role, but after
all you saw was previews for maybe 2-3 minutes.
Right.
That's gonna be the best part of the movie. What you saw in the trailer.
Exactly.
That's every scene he's in, and they're using it to sell it. But you know what?
That's fair. I'm not mad.
The only reason people watch these three people, the only reason they watch these people's movies is because of their name. That's it.
Is he in Avatar 2? Is M. Night doing Avatar 2?
He'll be in Avatar.
There's a rumor that The Rock is in Avatar.
No fucking way. You're talking.
I want to see a blue rock. I need a blue rock.
Why? No, okay, and that Avatar. I'm talking about the last Airbender with M. Night Shyamalan.
No, I'm talking about regular Avatar fucking Rock. I need to see Blue Rock.
Underwater Rock.
Yeah, underwater.
Honestly,
rock.
It's just a matter of asking an AI at this point, I'm sure.
They call him the
Right,
iceberg.
it is. But Bautista said in a GQ interview, he said, "I never wanted to be the next Rock. I just want to be a good fucking actor, a respected actor." So you hit it right on the nose, Tyler.
That's
when
what
you
they
said
all
that.
say, though.
Wait,
That's what
yeah.
That's what Kobe Bryant said about Jordan. And
Yeah,
LeBron said
but
about Jordan.
my point is that he's showing that type of effort in the roles he's taking. He's tried that lane by doing Drax, and I think by having to deal with the bullshit of Disney, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to do something that's actually something worth being remembered for, because he knows Drax is not going to be an Iron Man.
Well, he doesn't want to be known just for Drax. He doesn't want his legacy to be just Drax.
Yeah, but if Drax was going to be Iron Man, I'm sure he wouldn't care as much.
Right. But Drax was featured prominently.
He was, but he's never been a focus position. Iron Man has had 3 of his own movies, and then he was in a whole fuckload of other ones, and then he became the biggest savior of the entire 18-movie run. So Drax is not going to be able to... He wasn't even in the last 2 movies. Nobody gave a fuck about Drax. Even though he's Drax the Destroyer that did tons of things, he was a nobody. So once you realize that your major role is reduced to a nobody...
Bro. It's like that's... Who was he in the comic books?
There was enough there that if they wanted to, just because it's Bautista, they could have made a Drax movie. They could have did that shit. They've wasted money on enough.
No, the comics,
millions on
he was bigger than what he was in the movies, though.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
Where's
one,
the solo Drax comic book? Show me a solo Drax comic book.
Yeah, he was the main villain. Show me a Green Goblin.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Jay.
They got Green Goblin.
He's seeing that's the truth.
We know the truth.
Because he probably took the role thinking that, okay, I'm part of a famous group, the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's probably going to be a lot in this for me. When he was a comic relief character, not even the character really of the comics, even though there's not a lot there. He was just really that comic relief with Rocket Raccoon to make those funny quips and just one-liners where he's clueless and then he just kind of fights and he's kind of useful, but he's not really a person, and he probably saw that with 2. And then after the bullshit that happened in between 2 and 3, and the fact that we don't have 3 now, he's probably like, I don't want to get tied up in this nonsense like I thought it would be, where I'm going to be in a franchise making all this money, but I'm just being typecast into something that's forgettable. Nobody gives a shit, and it's not even really true to what the character is. So let me just kind of pull back, get out of this now, and let people know I didn't mean to really do that. Maybe he did want to get money out of it, but he probably expected way more from it. And he's not even remotely that memorable, especially since they're continuing this fucking franchise. Like, it's not 18 movies now. It's like 24? And there's still 4 or 5 other bullshit phases that they're trying to do. Like, people are going to forget about him very quickly in the MCU. So if he doesn't do something that's worth remembering, nobody's going to remember him. And that's why I brought up the fact that he was in 2049, even though it was a minor role, is a far more significant minor role than the fact that he played Drax, because there's acting credibility to it as opposed to being Drax.
But it's also the same thing with the fucking 007 movie, because you have to be a fucking 007 villain is legendary in its own right. But while I got you there, Talon, so before this whole episode gets away from us, we don't even have to go through any of this because we already seen what's going on through all of these fucking guys' acting careers. So from what you've seen, from your experience in watching these movies, and from what you've heard from these lists, who do you think tonight should get the title of the best actor in this episode?
Bautista.
I mean, it's definitely Bautista, and I give the Rock second, because even though now he's getting tired, that's not to put down the fact that he has been entertaining and he has put out entertaining things. And as an entertainer, he's one of the greatest there has been. He is a legend, period, in the WWF, WWE, and he left, became popular in films, whether they were just good or not, good enough to where people thought of him as an actor, and he went back and still did WWE. So, like, he definitely gets a second spot, but there's no acting chops that I see there, despite his efforts, that really is worth noting. And Cena, to me, is a potential that maybe was there at some point, or maybe he just thought it was there and other people did too, and it never really flourished. And he can have 3 because of the fact that he's tried hard and he's making some headway now with Peacemaker, so maybe he can move up in ranks over the years if he starts to be varied. But right now, Bautista seems to be the only person, despite the fact that he doesn't have a lot to go on right now, to be the most proficient and actually being able to take on a serious acting role, whether it's in a suspense thriller film as some type of a villain, or even at, I don't know, some brolic ass cop, because those do exist too, or something. I would be more inclined to see him in a movie role than I would to see anybody else. But at this point, it's hard for me to even want to go to the theaters to see fucking anything. So it really depends on who else is with the Bautista. None of these people are a big enough name to where I'm going to go see it just because they're in it.
All right. Dre, what's your take on this episode?
Damn. So I personally think the whole premise is kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. But I understand why Bautista's like, I want to be taken seriously as an actor. That's fine. But my thing was, when did we ever care about action stars and their acting ability or their believability in a role? Like, it's not really important in the grand scheme of things. So I'm like, if The Rock wants to make his money just blowing shit up and showing off his muscles, go for it. No one really, when Arnold Schwarzenegger did it for 20 years, or Jean-Claude Van Damme, or anybody else. But now when these guys are like, well, I want to be a serious actor. All right, that's cool. Go do your thing. But now they got to bring The Rock's name up in it and talk about, well, Rock is, he's sullied the image of the WWE. It's like, yeah, all right. Now the Bautista or Cena is going to star in how many movies now? He's gonna star in the franchise that The Rock starred in, because it's like you all want to make more money, and that's perfectly fine. Just be honest about it. Don't come up there and be like, I want to be. I respect Bautista for saying he wants to be a legitimate actor, and like I was saying, you get typecast in Hollywood. So when you're someone like Bautista, they're gonna say, hey, you got a bunch of muscles, you're big. How about you put all this makeup in this shit on and play Drax? He couldn't get a serious role to start everything off, or an actual headlining role. So he's got to work his way up, and I respect that. But I just think, whatever, man. These guys want to be action stars. Let them be action stars. I'm not going to hate on the person because they want to be an action star.
Right, I feel you. Who's your choice, though?
Out of the 3, Bautista's the best actor, because you can clearly, like Talon was saying, you can see something in him as an actor that he's taking this much more seriously, and it's more believable.
Right, more passionate. Darby, what do you think? Even though you didn't see none of these guys' movies.
I mean, I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy and I've seen Blade Runner 2049, so I was gonna say I like Bautista, and that probably would be my choice. So, yeah. There you go.
Mosh, what you think?
I'm probably gonna go with The Rock for the simple fact that I feel like he just doesn't want to take it as serious as Bautista, but I feel like he has more potential than Bautista because when Bautista was in wrestling, his fucking promos and his shit was garbage. Bautista was picked as Drax because that's who Bautista is in real life. That's who he is, bro. And the fucking Rock did fucking Moana. What was the fucking name of that cartoon? He did fucking great in that movie, bro.
Moana.
Like, I watched that shit. That shit was good. I was just like, I don't think fucking Bautista could do it. If he does it, fucking good for him. But I think he just chooses those because that's what pays him the best. That's what gets his face up on the screen. It's and he just chooses that whatever. But I feel like if he took acting serious, he would destroy Bautista. That's why I say it's him, and he just has more movies and shit. Right. And John Cena is not even there. He's just like he's like a puppy that wants to be like dad, but he never fucking grows out that fucking puppy stage. He's fucking crying like a little girl. He was like I said earlier, he wasn't good at wrestling. He wasn't good at bodybuilding because he obviously failed in that shit too. And he's not good at acting. He's just a face, bro. That's it. He makes money. That's it.
But he's a marketable face. That's why we're.
That's what I'm saying because he represents America.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. That's the only reason why he's big.
And I'll give him the best rapper out the three.
Right. No. Definitely the best rapper out the three. Migs, what you think? Probably sold records. The Rock did. You're right. Rock had that shit with Wyclef, and then he had that shit with Tech 9, right?
I used to love when The Rock used to sing with the guitar and shit. It's just funny.
Migs, what's your choice for tonight?
I do highly agree about Bautista and being a serious actor. Like I really could appreciate that coming out of the the shadow of sports entertainer. But for better actor, I gotta go with The Rock because he's done so much more roles. He's diversified, all of the experience of what he's learned and all these acting roles and supporting roles or filler roles, and he's been able to at least find a character within himself that he can actually play. So The Rock is either playing as himself or is he really stepping out and like becoming the character of the story that he's in the movie for or show, whatever the fuck he's doing. I would say The Rock is the better actor, hands down, because he's done a lot more, and there's no way you can get to that level with without being in the conversation about who's good. It's not about being the best, but he's done so much. How can you not say he's not the better actor? That's like granted, you could be a respectable actor, you could be a bullshit actor, you could be funny, you could have your little jabs. Everybody has their thing that makes them them. But between these three, I gotta say it's The Rock. He still has
it's just experience.
He has the same in-ring skill with the mic as he would anywhere else. So his gift of gab too is also.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I will agree.
And he will beat both their asses.
And he fucked them both up. Like he hasn't really gone against Bautista, but he already fucked up John Cena before, bro. All it takes is a rock bottom through a table. You know what I mean? It's over for you.
Crickets.
Come back over here. What's your choice?
Yeah,
Hello?
Jasmine.
Yeah, come back, honey booger.
Her choice is to penetrate and fucking semen.
I forgot that. Honey booger.
Come back, honey booger.
I'm honey booger.
I picked The Rock because he's sexy and I like him. That's why.
Hey,
Of course, Jasmine, I don't mean to
That
insult
hurts.
you.
That hurts, bro. Yo, Jay, why you crying for, man?
He's my favorite wrestler. Got a fat
That's
butt.
Jay's man crush.
But we're not talking about wrestling, Jazz. You can't use that point.
I don't care.
What if he wasn't a
When
wrestler?
she sees him on screen, she just
Well,
goes,
he has more movies.
Rocky.
see, I said the same thing.
I mean, if we're talking about quantity,
Right. Right. Well, that makes it a tie, and I haven't voted yet, but I already said what my vote was in the beginning, and it's because it's not over fucking quantity. I love quality.
I said quality too.
You like
Right.
Marvel? What?
But yo, Jay, enough
not
quantity, enough
Fuck
quantity
God.
with time will create quality in itself. You understand?
Right, but I don't know, bro. It's like how many times you have to swing the ball, how many times you have to strike out before you hit that home run. You know what
That's
I mean?
Disney.
How many times
I'm
you gotta
not
what?
basing my opinion on his Drax fucking character. Honestly,
I hope not.
I'm basing my opinion off of a couple of other movies that he did. Mainly the 007 movie he did, the short stint he did in the Blade Runner movie, and a couple other movies like fucking Stuber and fucking what was it, Dune.
I did like
The
stupid.
Glass Onion shit that March was talking about. He played a
potential to get there though. Like
Right.
The Rock.
Took him forever. He's like 60 now.
My pick is The Rock still, but I'm not knocking Bautista. He has potential to get there though.
well, knocking him or not,
He's there because of The Rock.
right? Rock. Well, if y'all want to get technical,
The
they're
Rock
all there
is
because
Michael
of
Jordan.
Terry Bollea.
He's Michael
They're
Jordan.
all there
though.
because of fucking Hulk Hogan. They
I
are.
spit on that nigga,
He
too.
paved the way for wrestling actors. So, if you want to get technical,
She said, "Boo."
I mean, if he paved the way for successfully playing yourself on screen,
I get it. But I was saying, like, when it comes to that movie, go getter, like, you know, that go getter thing for the movies.
if you want to talk about popcorn, like movie acting, then yeah, he's definitely the better choice.
right. Well, regardless of what anybody in Twitterverse, Twitterland, wherever where our internet gangsters are gonna be that comes out and hates this episode for whatever fucking reason, whatever they fucking think, the BreakRoom choice down to pure vote is Bautista. Bautista is the best actor, is what we think, only because majority rules.
I hate his tattoo though. On his belly, I hate it.
Bro, fun fact,
Fuck, do you have that? Like,
I thought he was Mexican this whole time, bro. And
he's like from Spain and French.
No, he's Filipino.
French and
No, he's Filipino and something else.
French.
No, he's not French.
He got
Oh,
the
German. I
fucking.
think it's German.
He got like a what's the blue Argentinian? Yeah, he's Argentinian. He got the fucking.
wanted a belly ring.
No, that's Filipino.
He had a belly ring.
Oh my god.
He had a belly ring. and
He's
a belly
he's
tattoo.
some sort of Spanish and Filipino. Some shit.
No, he's not.
So what is it? Can you Google it? Because he
Hold on,
fucking
I got
looks
it.
retarded.
Hold on. He's Greek and Filipino.
Wow, I was off.
Like we knew you were.
It doesn't
Oh.
matter. Nobody gives a fuck about those two places. Nobody. I'm just playing, bro.
It's okay to speak with you.
Well, that's what makes him a better actor, because now those two places nobody gave a fuck about, now you can talk about because they have a homeland hero.
Well, that's some of that shit we were talking about. That's already.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Are they really though?
Well, I gotta say a couple things, right? Share, like, subscribe, like always. You want a ring in your boxes if you press all those buttons.
Yeah, if you don't share and you like the show, honestly, you're just a disappointment. So please don't be a disappointment. We love you. Let us keep loving you by you sharing and letting people know, hey, these people, listen to them. They'll make you laugh. Or maybe you'll learn something sometimes.
share it with your friend, right? If you love it, share it with your best friend
Share
so
with
they can
your
share it
mama.
with their best friends, and so on and so forth. If you hate us, then share it to your worst enemy. Let them hear us. If you don't like us so much, you know what I mean?
Well,
Spread the hate.
Tell us.
Right.
Tell us how you hate us. We want to know.
Right. We do want to know.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Go ahead, hate.
Right.
When I pull up in your driveway and just shank you, I've been saying.
Word.
Just playing, people.
Well, that right there has been our episode. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. And like I said, like, share, subscribe on all platforms. Like the lady said, let us know what you think. Send us an email. Send us feedbacks on all social media platforms. We love it. If you got a topic you want us to cover, let us know. If you got just some fucking random shit to say, let us know. If you ever want to join an episode, let us know.
Do Q&As. You don't do Q&As, Jay?
Huh?
You should start a Q&A.
There's Q&A on the website, and they can always send an email. Like we always try to encourage on the fucking comments of our social media posts. When we post something, you want to start a debate, do that. We're gonna tell you to come join us every Friday night live here on the Talking Junk Network. Peace out.